Let me know when you live.
Yeah,
on Facebook.
we live on YouTube.
Well, good YouTube, man. Y'all the greatest, man. Facebook, man.
Like, I heard y'all going happy about YouTube. What is YouTube doing that y'all like?
We monetize YouTube.
We want to make some money on YouTube. You feel me? YouTube about
y'all
to
got a lot of followers on there.
No. Here we go. We live, SKNO. Go ahead. Let's go.
We about to get up.
Every time I come in the press room, you in the press room. Working on our Stars Hottronic heat press. Using all the vinyl. Making all the picture tees. I like vinyl.
I'm about to just load these boxes up on Nacho.
Man, you gotta be a crazy little brother to get fired on your day off. What you get caught stealing boxes for?
Man, I didn't get caught stealing no boxes. He said he caught me though.
You get our rent paid.
Why don't you go in there and ask the girls real fast to see if they help us pay our rent?
That don't sound like a bad plan at all.
What's up, Pops? What's up, Smokey? I'm trying to set up a meeting with the girls, man.
Okay.
Y'all wanna help me and Craig pay our rent?
Craig still owe me money from the last time he got me. He gotta learn a lesson. He shouldn't be stealing. Go ask him to tell that girl from last night to give him some money.
What they said? They said it's slow for real.
I'm about to just ask boss when we get our job that night.
Of course you can.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Y'all actually won an award, the Boss Mag 2009 Ohio Hip Hop Award. Y'all won for that media outlet thing.
Man, I don't even know. Yeah.
Like, he didn't even know he won it.
What'd you say? Who was it?
You won the Boss Magazine 2009 Ohio Hip Hop Award. Congratulations.
That's legendary.
Let's go.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy Peanut, the creator of Dash Resource, man. I got my man Stacking Smedro the Commando. Trapper like he's still in the bando.
Yes, sir. What's going on, everybody, man?
Hey.
Y'all, welcome to the Legendary People Podcast, man. Like, today is a great day at the Legendary
Look at the
People
smile
Podcast.
on your face, man.
Yeah, man, because, man, you got some people, bro, who mean a lot to a lot of people, man.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? The butterfly effect from certain people is just amazing, bro. You know what I'm saying? And when cool people come on the show, man, I'm always thankful, man. And so today is a great day for us. But what we do want to ask everybody to do is go to our YouTube page, like, subscribe, ring the bell notification so you can get alerted every time we drop fresh content like we got today. As well as all of our other legendary guests that have came through the show. So go to YouTube. It's spelled just like the skin underneath me. This Legendary People Podcast. Am I touching it? Yeah. The Legendary People Podcast on YouTube, you guys. Also follow us on Instagram, man, and Facebook, man. And make sure during this interview you comment, you like.
Hey.
V-Nut, are you crazy?
Look, he might get his first point taken already.
Take a point from V-Nut.
V-Nut lost a point.
You kidding me?
Bro, the coolest doing the rule lost
Right.
the point, man.
Y'all ring that bell notification, man, and make sure y'all drop y'all's comments today, man, so we can read them on the show, man. We're going to do our best to read all of the comments, man, you know, relatively soon as you post them. We do want to say what's up to all of our sponsors. Shiekhs for breakfast. They got the best breakfast in the city. Agnes All Natural Grill for lunch. They have the best lunch in the city. If you're ever injured, call attorney Michael Wright at 937-222-7477. Make the right choice. TheShopArea.com. They like the baby Amazon. The delivery is always free from the store to your door in 4 business days. And when you want to get lit a little bit, relax and unwind with some Kiara Wine, you can contact Antoine Cunningham on Facebook or get it from More for Less. Do want to say what's up to Kilo Lawson Sr. He does all kind of workout programs and just a bunch of stuff. So, like, I'm mentioning his business because I want everybody to go and check him out, man. He can help us all become just more fit, man. You know what I'm saying? So, Kilo Lawson Sr. on Facebook. We are at T-Shirt Kings. Go for your mouth, Camera King Studio, man. T-Shirt Kings, you know we got 50 shirts for $250. That's $5 a shirt. So pull up on me, and we're going to get you together, help you start your own clothing company, whatever you want to do. The Dash Resource channel on Facebook every Sunday teaches you how to get a big old bag. It's Sell Stocks Not Dope with my bro Peanut Johnson.
Sir.
Sell Stocks Not Dope, man. Right now it's critical. You about to get some income tax money. And when you do, man, take that and do the right thing with it, man. Invest your money wisely, man, so you can keep getting it, and then you can come and get stuff like golds and T-shirts and everything else. So sell stocks not dope every Sunday on the Dash Resource channel. But man, this ain't about none of that. All of my sponsors, I love you, but man, today we got a big dog in the building. So without further ado, my brother Peanut Johnson, over to you. Yeah,
brother. You bodied that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean, like, we had to take 1 point from B-Nut before we started.
Gave it to me.
Yeah. You power up already.
Point,
but,
bro.
man, y'all know how we do this, man. Like I say, there is no legend higher. I come over every single episode and tell y'all there's no legend higher. When I say we have a person that's literally one of the staples of Ohio hip hop, one person that's the pioneer of Ohio hip hop, Midwest hip hop, I want to introduce y'all to the younger peoples and the people that already know what's up, DJ SKNO.
What up, brother?
What's good, bro?
What up, y'all? What up?
Yeah. Big bro, what's up?
What it do? You all right?
Yes, sir.
So before we get started, man, I want to give a big shout out to my mom, man. Bridget, neighbors. You probably know about Bridget Berry back in the day, man.
Bridget and Rex.
Yeah, Bridget and Rex. Shout out to my pops, man. Shout out to my pops, Rex, man. So here on the Legendary People podcast, we like to celebrate our legends by finding out where they grew up. So without further ado, the origins. Where did you grow up?
Dayton, Ohio. Dayton View.
Hey, the
Right,
View?
right in the View, man.
Okay.
Right in the View, man.
Okay. So, like, what was it like growing up in the View, like early life? Earliest you can remember.
So I was born on Bancroft. Mm-hmm. So I lived there till I was 5 years old. 5 years old, we moved to the View. Mm-hmm. I lived to the View until I left the house. So basically, I mean, our life was good. It was just a lot of people in our house. I'm the oldest of 8 kids. So,
Right.
So,
Right.
know,
So like,
Where is that at, bro? You said Bancroft?
Bancroft.
Bancroft?
Yeah.
Okay, where that's at?
Yeah, so there's a church, Mount Olive Church of God in Christ, over there near. It's not too far from. Let's see. Yeah, the Baths. Not too far from the Baths.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
DJ, you kind of DB DeSoto Bass killer?
No, I'm Dayton View.
You
all
Dayton
day.
so like tell us what was it like early, like from your perspective, growing up in Dayton View? Like besides home, like what was the streets like? What was it like outside?
Early, like what age? Like you mean?
Like as early as you can remember.
So early for us, life was good, man. I mean, my dad, he worked. He worked at the post office every day. I mean, mom stayed home. She was a stay-at-home mom till we all graduated school, basically. So life was very good for us. It was just probably a little bit hard on him because it was 8 kids. So, you know, he always had to keep us fed. He kept a roof over our head. My dad was strict.
Yeah.
I mean, very strict because he was also a pastor of a church, too. So, you know.
Absolutely.
So, I mean,
What were some of the strict things that he would do, bro? Like, what's some of the rules he had for you?
So if I go back into the age I was back then, I would say we wasn't allowed to do nothing.
Like
Yeah.
We wasn't allowed to do anything. We could have no company over the house.
Yeah.
We could barely go outside and play. I can count the times I went outside and play.
Wow.
We couldn't go to movies like people do. We couldn't do nothing.
Well,
Right.
So you're the oldest of 8.
Yeah, so that means I also caught it the worst.
Right. So before your brothers and sisters came along, when it was just pretty much you.
No, I can only remember, I'm going to be honest, I can only remember when my memory starts when my sisters were here.
Yeah.
So I don't remember like much
Before your
that.
sisters.
Yeah.
Right. So like how was Pop's mindset? I mean, he was definitely
He
a
was,
hard
he was
yeah.
raised in the military. I mean, he retired from the military, Air Force and Army. So, I mean, he also had that in him. So he's a disciplinarian. He's very strict. When I say he's strict, he came from a family of 12, and his mom was real strict too. So
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, he was the oldest boy out of 12 kids. He's the oldest boy. He had a sister that was the oldest, but he was the oldest boy.
So mom and dad was married though.
Oh yeah, married until he passed, and then they were married 50 years before he passed.
Did your mom ever try to
follow with him?
Yeah.
Right.
Whatever he said, that's what it was.
Yeah.
So a lot of people don't know that you actually played trumpet.
Yeah, I played trumpet, and I actually I recently got my trumpet back.
What?
Not too long ago. I plan on picking it back up and doing some things with it. I'm gonna see what I can do. I probably can't even blow it no more. My lips are bigger now.
So like, what elementary school did you go to?
First, I went to Jefferson Elementary, Fairview Elementary, Horseman, Magnet, and then after Horseman, you had to have like A or B average to even get into Stivers back then.
Why'd y'all have to move around so much in school choices?
I mean, she tried to keep us out of the schools that was having that trouble in them. So, I mean, Jefferson was around the corner from us. So
Right.
Jefferson Primary was around the corner from us. Jefferson Elementary was around the corner. They right beside each other. Fairview basically was around the corner. It was just up the street a little bit. I didn't want to go to my home school, which was Colonel White. So I went to Stivers. That was the only way you can get into Patterson then. You had to pass Stivers to even get into Patterson.
Wow.
And it was Patterson Co-op. And no, Ponus is not Patterson.
So like, what kind of student were you?
I mean, I was a kid that would do what I wanted to do after a certain age. I was real rebellious. In
the early stages, not because I feel you trying to like take off running in the story, but we in the early stages.
I mean, I used to be a kid that was bad. I used to go in the cookie cabinet, steal the cookies and all that stuff. I used to do all kinds of stuff. I mean, I was the bad kid.
Was you, bro?
From my dad's eyes, I was the bad kid. From my mom's eyes, I was the bad kid. I was that kid that like, you're supposed to be the example for all the brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
Right.
So like an intro to DJing, it actually started from you.
No, you skipping too.
Oh, okay. So look, I'm trying to slow him down. He tell me, nah, wait. All right. So what are one of your fondest early? Go ahead.
Take a point for Peanut for skipping to his. You skip to he's 20 years old.
No. He was 21. Make him a point back because you wrong. Because you wrong. He actually has an intro when it comes to spinning gospel records. Look at it. Nah, man, that don't block it.
Yeah, so I used to sneak out the house when I got in my teenage years. There's this DJ called The Hustler, Mark Jones. That was one of my favorite DJs. So I would sneak out the house, basically, to watch him DJ. I wanted to learn how to DJ. Of course, we weren't allowed to listen to that kind of music. But, and my dad, I played trumpet, but my dad and them wouldn't let us play the music we wanted to on the trumpet. We played church music. I wanted to be in the band, the marching band, not the orchestra that practiced for one concert all year long. So, I mean, I snuck out the house. Go see him DJ, and I didn't have anyone teach me how to DJ. I actually just watched. That's why I'm like, he is my biggest mentor as far as DJing. Like, he came to Dayton maybe 3 years ago to Arena, and I went up there just to give him props, thanks. Like, because he didn't know that he was the reason why I'm DJing today. Because all them times I would sneak, and I'm sure he probably like, why is this dude standing behind me? At the Palladium, at every club that he owned, I was there, like just watching. And I mean, I went up to the club, to Arena, and told this man personally to his face, I got pictures and stuff, that he is the reason why I do what I do today.
Wow.
Like, and I thanked him, gave him a hug, and I wish I had like an award. Like, I wanted to really. It was so quick notice that I found out that he was here. I was like, man, I want to be able to present this dude like a plaque, like to show appreciation. He didn't know he was doing it, but he did a lot for me.
Well, I think he done a lot for a lot of people,
Absolutely.
man. Like, he done came up in Ron Hunter's story.
Yep.
Came up in Tommy Ewing's.
Yep.
I mean,
Ron Hunter already been up here?
Oh, yes.
Hunter
I
came.
need to go back and watch.
Yeah,
Oh
absolutely.
yeah, Hunter been here.
Absolutely.
Hunter has came up here. Hunter was damn near
One of
my first interviews that we did when me and P started doing the Legendary People podcast, man.
He the first one who did what? Over 10,000 views on his.
Oh, he did. Ron Hunter did well. But not skipping too far ahead in the story, but dating DJs, as far as just notoriety, like you guys to me would be considered to be like
the ones who did make it to us.
Yeah, just like goat talk. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all two together, just. Y'all got like little different styles, but both of you guys are just
like when I
great,
came up,
man.
Ron Hunter was doing his thing on the streets with the mixtapes.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so I mean, eventually I got into the mixtape game on a different level.
We're going to get there a little later on in your story, King. We still back at you spinning your gospel records in the back.
Well, it wasn't my gospel records, it was my dad's gospel records.
While we there though, let me ask you, bro, like how did you feel about your father at that time, man? Because it seemed like you was trying to had one idea and then
I always
your dad was
loved my father.
Yeah.
That's the only man I knew in my life, and I knew he's the one that provided for me. He's the one that did everything for me. So, yeah, when I look back, I be like, man, that was abuse. Back, what they call abuse now ain't nothing compared to what I went through. Like, I mean, my dad was in the martial arts.
Yeah.
First degree in Hapkido. And third degree in Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah.
And
so it
whoopings we got were not whoopings. They was, man, I done been roundhouse down the steps. I done been, it was crazy. Like,
dang. It takes a ton of discipline to master martial arts. So he would be a disciplinarian naturally.
Like, he would like literally not stop until it was like some blood somewhere.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so like that today makes me scared of no one. I don't care who you are. I'm not scared of you.
Right.
So
then
I also learn to learn a lot.
How do you feel about that though, bro?
Me and my dad, when I got to the age of 27, me and my dad actually had a long talk. He actually came to me like, I love you, son. He sat down. We had a man-to-man talk, and he was like, I appreciate the fact that, when I was doing some things, you never challenged me, and I said, I basically told him, I appreciate all you done for me. And, to be honest, if I had to do it all over again, I probably wouldn't change anything.
Yeah.
But I told him if he hits me again, it's going to be on.
Yeah.
So, and actually our relationship after that talk got real tight.
Right.
Like that was my dude. Like he got sick maybe some years later, and then we got tighter, closer. I had to come to the house, check on him and all that kind of stuff with my mom and all that stuff. But, that was my dad.
Your dad, well, first of all, for you to be able to have that perspective about it, it shows your level of maturity, bro.
Yes.
And just your willingness to understand the seed of equivalent benefit. For
he was doing what he knew how to do, I would say.
Yeah.
Like, it's kids right now don't even have no parents in their life. They just out there, nothing, no one. It's not like he didn't tell me certain things to do in life and stuff like that too, but when you did something wrong, boy, you got the overboard.
Right.
I appreciate everything my dad and my mom have done. They both gone. I lost my mom like a year or something ago.
Right.
So,
R.I.P.
But I appreciate everything they've done. Plus, growing up in the Church of God in Christ, they were just extra strict. Certain things we weren't allowed to do. We to this day don't know why we weren't allowed to do.
Is that a Baptist? Is that
no,
Baptist,
that's a Pentecostal.
Bro? It's Pentecostal?
Yeah.
What's some of the disciplines that Pentecostal has, or that particular church has?
Back then you
couldn't
go to the theater. Females couldn't wear pants.
Yeah.
Couldn't wear makeup, jewelry. Yeah. It's just a lot of stuff you couldn't do, and it's like when you ask why, you would get that answer. Because I said so.
Right.
Back then that's what they did.
Right. So was hip hop really your outlet? Was that your
Yeah, it was my escape.
Okay.
I loved music, but I wasn't allowed to do the music that I wanted to do. So back then we had a radio station called WDAO on FM.
Yeah.
And then we had WBLZ, who was a big FM station. They were like the competition with each other.
what's some of your favorite records back in the day that you had to sneak to play because you know your dad if he caught you with it? What's some of those songs or some of those records that you would play that was like some of your like, man, I can't wait till dad leave?
One of my favorite ones was "What Are We Gonna Do About It?" That's the ultimate 3 MCs, man. When I got that piece of vinyl, I was happy. Then when I got 2 of them, then when I learned how to mix them together, blend them and just make it like an extended remix, cut off word parts and keep the beat going and all that stuff. That was one of my favorite throwback records.
So, did your pops allow you to get turntables?
See, I went to Patterson.
There we go.
Patterson, you work 2 weeks, you go to school 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So back then, my parents used to take our money from us and do what they call save it for us. So they would never let us.
Jane, I promise I'm really saving your money, Jane. I promise you.
No, they really was. It really would be like they wouldn't spend it, but they were saving it, but they wouldn't let us spend it. Like, so you know, I need shoes. I need some shoes. You ain't got no money. I do got money. You ain't got no money.
This is in high school.
Yeah, the early part of high school though.
Yeah.
So one day, you know, they used to always take our money, and I was working at Hill's department store.
Okay, Hills, legendary Hills.
Well, Dion Barnett.
So I was working at Hill's department store.
Well, he wasn't working there, but Dion Barnett got into it, man, with somebody and broke the damn glass with his car, chasing somebody to shoot him.
Have you heard that
shoot him in Hills. Shout out to my big bro, Dion Barnett. He lived, so, SKNO, you was on Amherst. I was on Harvard. Dion was on Euclid, so we was
Dion, is he related to Bernadette and them?
Yeah, Bernadette. That's his sister. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So I was working at Hill's department store, and this one week, my parents decided they were going to Virginia, but they left us at home because we were of the age where we could, you know, it was enough older people in the house to watch the younger ones.
Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord.
They left us at home, so I got paid during the time they were not at home.
Oh! DJ SKNO is born! Yes!
So that means I got one check intercepted. Remember the first Jordans that came out?
Yes.
They came out right then. I had the original first Jordans when they first came out. Remember Gold for Your Mind? I mean, not Gold for Your Mind.
Yes, he looked that's where your mind over. Put this camera on me. Put this camera on me. Had I had my store in, he would have came and got some gold.
But look, hold on. But remember Gold Mine.
Gold Mine.
Jackie was at Gold Mine. And they used to have rings that were letter rings back then.
Yeah.
So I went and got, I did the individual ones first.
Okay.
Eventually I started getting the slick Rick jewelry. I had the big cables.
Yeah. I see shining today, cuz I ain't pocket watching, but
Nah, this ain't nothing. This is Keith Harrison. You wanted to show a little appreciation to DJs that played his music from that. Keith Harrison from Dad's band, so he presented a couple DJs a little gift.
That's hard. That's hard.
Yeah.
Okay. Big Bengals in the building too.
Okay, so
Bengals in the building. SKNO.
We gonna do this next time.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
80s though. I can't say that you have been a Bengal since back then.
Yeah, can't nobody say like people be trying to hit me on my page talking about you a bandwagon.
Oh nah, come on.
That's the only team I knew about when I grew up.
But okay, so like back in the story though. So like you intercepted the check, you went and got your very first pair of J's. You got
I went and got two letter rings.
Okay.
Of course, that jewelry wasn't good jewelry back
come
then.
on,
it was
man.
like 10 carats thin. And all.
It was
we thought we was doing something back then.
It's big if you look at it.
Look, they be like, it got diamond cuts in the gold, but ain't no diamonds in it. So I thought I was doing something, man. I went to 14 karat gold records when it was on Gettysburg.
Yes.
The original building though.
Yes.
The Hustler I think was working there then too.
Yeah,
the Hustler was working there too.
Yeah.
So this one, 14 karat gold, used to have vinyl. Shout out to Terry.
Yeah.
What a legendary run, man! Like, can we say the legendary? Like, can we call it legendary?
Yeah, that's
14,
legendary,
okay,
bro.
yeah,
That's
best
legendary.
store.
So I
Best
used to go
store ever,
there.
bro.
I used to go 14K. I used to go to Glass House Records. I used to go to it's another one. back in the day, in that time.
Wait, we talking about what's the name store?
I used to
Tommy
go to
Owens.
Yeah,
Tommy Owens used to.
no before this. This
okay.
is before this.
Yeah.
Then I used to go to B&D Records.
Yeah.
On Germantown?
Yeah. These is all OG stores.
Yeah.
Everything used to carry vinyl back then too. So anyway, I went in there. That's where I got the Ultimate 3MC's vinyl.
Okay.
Like I had never been allowed to spend any money, so basically you might as well just say I just spent that whole check.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So then they went somewhere else. They was mad at me because I got some Jordans. So my mom tried to make me take the Jordans back. And then took me to Pickway, talk about this is the same pair of shoes that you got right here.
And J900.
That's not the same
This is
pair
not
of
the
shoes.
same shoe, Mom.
They are not the same, but you could convince her, but I wasn't taking them back.
Right. So like a little bit of your story is you actually happen to dress the way she wants you to go to school. Then you would get dressed at school.
Well, see, this was at Patterson.
Okay.
So we had a security guard named Mrs. Jones. Everybody hated Mrs. Jones. So
Mrs. Jones.
yeah, I would go to school. I might go to school in a suit or something. My mom dressed me up in.
Man, wait, you was overdoing it. You know you overdoing it. Wait a minute. I know you.
I'm about to take a point from you, bro.
I would go to school.
Man, do it.
Hey, go to school in one of the crazy outfits my parents might
He went to
give
the
me.
same school you went to, man. You can take a point, man.
Only, well, after
He
you had
younger than
already
me by
left.
far.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I would go to school. I would change clothes as soon as I get to school because I had also access to my co-op money.
Yeah, okay.
So I bought. TNT used to be the spot where you go get your letters put on your clothes.
Yeah,
You
for
get
sure.
your name put on your clothes. Remember groups? They used to be groups like Top Dogs and all that.
Yeah.
Stuff used to be the thing. So you always wanted to be like them. They had the Playboy bunnies in the corner.
Yeah,
of the thing.
that's hard.
They had the I could never wear name brand jeans, so I always went. Everybody was wearing Calvin Klein, and I just thought they were so clean because they were dark blue with the little gold trim. And I was never allowed to wear them, so I had to do what I could. I went to TNT, got me a couple of sleeveless things. I think this is when Beach Street and them was out.
Beach Street,
I got me a couple of the same shirts like them, the bracelets with the spikes in it. Some Chinese headbands, all kinds of stuff. And I put them in my locker. Every day I would change clothes when I got to school. So there's this group at our school called Master Class.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like a drama class?
He goes by DJ Divine now, but he was called.
Chaos. DJ Chaos.
Can I pause the story?
He was called Melboy back
I gotta
then.
pause the story to say this. So we had Jay Jones on this show, and he said the ultimate dance off between you and DJ Divine. Who will win in the dance off between you and DJ Divine?
He kept doing it, and I didn't.
But
I
like,
didn't.
what about back in the day? Oh,
Hey, we got a comment.
Then I was just like, but I was a nerd dude, so.
I remember when you worked at Arby's.
You skipping ahead. We ain't going to even. There's a period where I'm homeless by choice and all that. So Arby's going to come in.
Shayla, you would need to chill, Shayla.
take a point from the legendary.
I'm gonna take a point from a commenter this time. I take a point from a viewer.
You got a point.
Can't wait about. Look at Scanner.
No more from that one.
Man, my bro.
Yeah.
DVH Hog checked in.
DV Hall.
Yes, sir. And Mel in the building. Jamel Tucker. Yeah.
Oh,
Big
my
bro.
man Eminem's is in the building. What's happening?
Skit Liz.
No, he called me Skittles.
Yeah,
I
Skittles.
called him M&M.
Yeah.
Because he liked the dark chocolate milk dud.
Oh, Dre Means.
Clap back.
He's bagged on you, Dre Means. That's my big bro. Damn.
Oh, shout out to Hood. I see you, brother.
Yeah. Where Hood?
So I would I got to spend another one of my checks.
Yeah.
So eventually, I don't know why I did this. I told them. Let me go back a little bit. I called myself learning how to DJ on my dad's stereo component in the living room.
Okay.
Now my dad.
So with the basic setup, it just
it was just one turntable that lift your record up, drop it down,
plastic on top of it.
Yeah. Okay. It was, but it was a long coffee table looking one.
Yeah.
Needless to say, I'm the one that broke it, and it never got fixed ever since then.
Broke the needle.
Yeah, I broke that needle.
Oh.
You was scratching on this SKNO? Me too, bro. I was doing that nonstop.
Herc was in him already.
I was watching the Hustler,
Okay.
And I got hip to, later on I got hip to my dude who's like one of my best friends, Mixmaster Ice. So, he became very
prominent.
Yeah, in my life with the DJ stuff. But anyway, I brought a turntable called it was a Sharp something. And then I had a Technique 1700, and I volunteered to DJ this party, knowing good well I wasn't a good DJ, but I volunteered to DJ a party, and that was my first time doing a party.
Okay.
And so I brought the turntables to the house. Matter of fact, I got a picture of it on my Facebook of me with them turntables. You about to pull it up, Smith?
Nah, I could try
I can pull
to.
it up quick.
Okay.
Oh,
And
you can?
send it to the messenger. Send it to the messenger.
So
please.
it's a picture I took, and I had speakers. We had bunk beds in the room, so I had the speakers on top of the bunk beds. I had my turntable set up in front of the door. I took quite a few pictures with them though, but needless to say, I DJ'd this party.
That one?
Yeah.
All right.
Shoot it to me.
And it wasn't hot.
Wait. So how are the patrons of this
Good
dance?
thing it wasn't that many people there, so.
Bro.
I hit, I played some songs, but I didn't have like the massive record collection.
Yeah.
So like a lot of stuff I didn't have. So, you know what I'm saying? So like they would request songs, and I ain't got that.
So
right.
Wait. So can we just do a little precast?
It was requested.
So like we do a little bit. To me, just like a little foreshadow of how easy like the DJs got it now, to where they can literally just connect to the internet and play whatever song they want. And back then they was like, "Yo, I need you to play this record." And you was like, "I didn't have enough money to buy that record."
Now DJs can just. I mean, I've never done it because I don't stream. So if I ain't got the song, you might as well say. That's why I be telling artists, can you send me the MP3? Because I'm not going on iTunes to get it to play music for you. I'm not going on any of those streaming apps, and I don't have the song. And then you get in the spot with no internet, and then you can't play that song again.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Right.
So we're in the middle of pulling this picture up. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Just go. Nah, keep kicking it, man. I got y'all. Bro. Don't worry about that.
What you doing over there, Smith?
I don't know what's gonna be
engineering. Why y'all supposed to be interviewing? Man, let me talk to you. Hold on. I'm gonna take a point from both.
Hey, Vina, ain't no telling what's in this nigga's inbox.
What is this? How much? You see what's in my inbox? I'm just, look at that. Read that. Read that, Peanut. What it say?
How much for 6 bottoms like these?
There you go. That's what's my inbox.
What's that?
Gold questions. People trying to get some gold.
But they see you live though.
Yeah,
yeah. They don't give a fuck.
They pulling the picture up right now. So
they just want some gold.
So it's needless to say, I DJ'd that party, and it was like the most nervous, worst experience for me. Not that I did a bad job as far as the early stages of scratching and stuff that I knew,
right? And
the fact that I was using belt drive turntables, which are nothing like the techniques that I use now. So they weren't like direct drive or nothing like that. So, but I use that as a
learning moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
So never agree to DJ a party if you do not have your library up.
No, I'm laughing at you, SKNO.
Yeah, never agree to DJ a party if you don't have your library of music up. And you can't DJ every party.
Right.
Which helped me, come up with my slogan that I use a lot now today, because every party ain't made for you. I remember I DJ'd a party on Princeton, across from Princeton Park at this house. Their parents were away. I swear it was like 300 dudes there and only 20 females. Man, they turned this dude's car over.
What?
They got into a fight. They jumped this one dude who was like being
ridiculous.
like, yeah, he was being like crazy in the party. So I could just feel the vibe. I was like, man, they about to beat this dude up.
Right.
Man, they jumped this dude. They turned his car over. They did all kinds of stuff. Needless to say, that was my last house party I did.
Really?
Oh, no more house parties for me.
So, who are some of your?
You like everything Dad been telling me is true.
So like even with you having, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna call it relatively a sheltered life. Who are some of your day one friends that you had outside of the household?
Believe it or not, a lot of them were younger than me. Like I hung with Munchie. Munchie, rest in peace, Munchie. Because I used to walk with him to school and stuff. Like I would walk.
Who else was over there
with these people to school?
Who else was over there with Munchie in there?
It was a lot of people.
Hey, give it a bitch! I told you I gonna get it. Come on, make my research. Make my point.
So
You was a researching king, bro.
With like Charles Jones, he lived down the street from me on Dartmouth. Melvin Higgins. Well, let me stop calling them by their government names.
DJ Chaos.
DJ Chaos.
El Devon Bay.
El Devon Bay.
Yeah,
for sure.
And then Tommy Wright. He was the Michael Jackson winner besides his brother.
Oh, hey, Ease on this post. Dr.
Yeah,
Ease.
and Dr. Ease. Dr. Ease.
What about your book? What's asking?
Hey.
With that?
Yeah.
Hey, Daryl.
Wait. Hold on.
Hold on.
There's a camera right here.
Hey, man.
There's a camera right here.
Hey,
Tell me about that book he owe you.
Hey, man, when I'm going to get my book? I sent you the address, man. Can I get my book? Can I get my book? I mean, your brother in the studio, they all showing me their books. Can I get my book? The autograph version, man. I want my book.
That's all.
Ease. That's
so me and Ease, as we speak, me and Daryl, this right here, was in a group called Unique Cut before he became Dr. Ease in the East Town Posse.
What?
Yeah, and then
he told us that.
It's me,
man. Take a point from
me,
yourself, man.
a guy named Russell Pryor, and Daryl Easley.
Yes.
We were in a group called Unique Cut, and I designed all the shirts that we used to wear. Matter of fact, that's one of the shirts right there.
Let me see. Let's go back to it. Hold on.
It's on the screen right here.
Yeah, I got it on there. Get it close up.
Yeah, I used to draw all them by hand. We all had them. So we ended up getting a show at Gamble's. We opened up for Microwave, which is Bootsy Collins. Bootsy Collins.
Did y'all meet him, bro, when y'all opened up for him?
Yeah. Yeah,
How-
back then
how
it
was
wasn't
Bootsy?
it wasn't the artists didn't come in after everybody did the open.
Right.
They would be in there. Yeah.
Look at SKNO.
Back in the day.
Yes, sir.
Oh, he got it on this screen.
Yeah, I got a close up on you. I got all three.
Fly, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can't forget Camelot Records. Me's remind me. I lived in Camelot Records in the mall.
E said it's coming, bro.
Man, I've been hearing that for 2 years. I'm following Kevin to your house.
So, we like
You actually in the book, SKNO.
Yeah, that's what he told me.
Yeah.
How do you feel about being honored in somebody that's a dating legend hip hop featuring you in their book?
Well, I need to read the book. I ain't read the book.
It depends on what he said. He said some good shit, I'm happy. He said some bullshit, I'm some bullshit.
Well, I mean, I ain't seen the book. I'm waiting on the book. So I mean, but he like it's coming, bro.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's
DJ Swift checked in.
a
DJ
big
Swift.
honor. What up, Swift?
Swift, man, that's
a
my
big
bro.
honor too.
Swift, we trying
that's
to get
like
you on
one
the show.
of Ron Hunter's big proteges.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like I mean, that's an honor to me. I mean, like to me, even though I've been in this city and done a lot in this city, to me, this city hasn't really. I get more respect and love and awards and things like that from out of state.
Yeah.
To me, I don't think the city like really shows love like that. Like,
And me and Smith really causes really like the study because really we've seen that it's like nobody here really gonna truly love you till everybody else loves you. It's like you get it after everybody else loves you. Then
but
they
I
do.
got a lot of people that love me. It's just the people that have power to do things don't show that love. You know what I'm saying? They want to be like, oh, yo, man, we want to get you, and we want to, they already know who you are because they heard about you and the streets is talking about you, but we want to do, we want to get you to do this, but we want to try to give you your light a little shine. We want to get your name out there. No, you want me to be cheap.
Yep.
I'm not.
Yep.
No, I'm not doing that. So it's been a lot of events here in Dayton, Ohio that I'd be like, nope, I'm not DJing.
Right.
But then I'll turn around, and it could be the same kind of event in a big city, and they pay you well.
Right.
They treat you like you a celebrity or something.
So back in the timeline, so like around high school, to me, I still want to walk through that day of you getting busted, trying to change your clothes.
So I remember the movie with Biggie when he used to change the clothes on top of the building.
Yeah.
And he had the trunk up there. Mm-hmm. My trunk was a locker. This is before Biggie.
Okay.
So I would change clothes, and I would break dance with Master Clash and them in the hallways at Patterson.
Okay.
And they never liked when we did that.
Because you can break dance in a suit, obviously.
No, but look, the reason they didn't like it is because we did it between classes, and that was cool. But normally we stayed, the contest would be getting hyped.
Yeah.
So the classes already started, and we still in the hallways.
Showing up late.
And people was watching us, so they late too.
That's a parallel
so,
to my story.
you know,
Right.
so one day, Miss Jones, I go to my locker earlier that day. I changed clothes. I went to my locker during a break or something. Miss Jones and my mama was standing there.
Oh, shit.
Yo, how do you feel in that moment? Turn around and seeing Miss Jones, which is like,
I mean, it wasn't Miss Jones that I was worried about. It was my mama I was worried about. My heart was jumping.
Like, what's she doing?
Back then, there wasn't nothing you could say that was going to make anything right.
Right.
You, first of all, where you get all this? Where you did this?
Yeah.
Who told you this?
Did you have on your gold chain and everything? You was full major.
I wasn't golden then. I was breakdancing then, so I didn't wear gold chains.
He
like
went to
that.
school wearing a suit.
I wore like 2-finger gold rings and things like that, but not the necklaces and stuff then.
Yeah.
Necklaces came after that, like near my graduation time.
Right.
Yeah, so then I was like the baby.
She said, where you get all this?
Right.
Oh yeah, where I get all this, but you know. I told you I wasn't always good. So.
Right. So like walk us, I mean, because like your dad being a disciplinarian.
Oh, I got the beat down of life.
Was mine the precursor?
Where'd
before?
you? I mean, you got it from just working, or you was hustling a little on the side?
I was stealing.
That's
what I told you.
That boy, that's what he said.
No, I wasn't jacking nobody, but family.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was stealing. I mean, that's not nothing I'm proud of, but that's what I did. So
I stole some before too, SKNO. Damn.
Man.
So yeah, I bought a lot of jewelry and stuff like that.
I did.
I mean, I done.
Wait, you give us that story. You give a story of what?
Yeah, one time, man, I was like about. Well, this is only one of the times, okay?
Wait, what multiple times you stealing? Where's my wallet? I'm just looking for it.
Well, I went in. This was the most embarrassing thing that happened to me this one time.
Okay.
So my aunt takes me to 7-Eleven on Salem, right? Salem
I
and
got one for
Ellesmere.
you.
Okay. And she
Man,
trusted you.
She trusted me. She could trust me. Shit, I wasn't gonna take from her. It was 7-Eleven who couldn't trust me. So man, bro, I done had on these gym shorts.
All right.
I try to put the goddamn Tootsie Roll right here, like in my waistband. It fell out in front of the cashier. Man, my aunt takes me back in there. And
She took you back in there?
Oh, yeah.
That sounded like it was my mama.
Took me back in there. Hey, he done took something out of here.
Okay.
I'm like,
They didn't bust you. She said, I'm taking you back.
I did. I couldn't do nothing but just say I did. But that was good that she did that to let me be embarrassed by stealing and stuff, because now that made me, from the time I was probably like 8 or 9 at that point.
Okay.
I didn't want to. I said, "Oh no, I can't do that until I got about 15, and I might want to try it again."
So I got one.
Come on, Skato. What you got for
So
me?
I was working at a company called Standard Register.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So they used to have a Johnson food truck that used to come on the outside. They come like early during breakfast time. And then they come like during lunchtime. Well, they had these sausage biscuit sandwiches on there. That was like, they come 2 in a pack.
Yep, 2 in the
I
pack.
know exactly what you're talking about,
dude,
bro.
They
already shrunk in a little bit because like they heated them up. So like the plastic wrap be shrunk in already.
They be hot on that truck already.
Yeah, they be hot.
So not only did you steal, you still import.
But hold on. So I went to I had bought a couple of them and them mugs tasted so good. So hold on, because I got another one after that.
Good.
All right. So needless to say, every day I would rob the Johnson food truck.
He's thinking it out.
Look, up there, I would be so slick with it. I'd be like, walk around the truck. It had 2 sides. One side had the cold stuff. One had the hot stuff.
Yeah.
I wait till the crowd move over. Then I blend over and then.
Boy, you got a strategy.
Tuck it under.
Yeah.
Tuck it under. I mean, I might get I might get like 4 of them at a time.
Yeah.
And then.
Wait.
I didn't know that there was a camera on the truck.
Right.
Camera on the truck.
Oh!
So look, it was a camera on the truck. So one day, I'm chilling after lunch, and they like, can we see you in the office?
At the job site.
At the job site.
Because jobs and food truck don't work there. They just pull up to get y'all food.
But the guy was there.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Because he had the footage. So they called me in the office, and I was working in the mailroom at Standard Register then. That was one of my co-op jobs.
Okay.
So I'm still in school.
Okay.
So needless to say, they asked me about the sandwiches. They flat out said what it was and everything. And I lied and I said it wasn't me. These mugs put on the screen
Trying to be funny.
video of
haters.
me. They was like, well, that looks like you right there.
Trying to be funny.
I would have been like, wait. Smash. I'd be like, it's Black History Month. That ain't me.
But hold on, but I wasn't like as street savvy as I am now. So look, needless to say, because I was still in school, that was my co-op job. Guess who gets called to the job?
Yo, mom.
Yeah.
Dang, man.
Mama. So of course I became a sermon in church that Sunday too.
Oh,
What?
I got fired from Standard Register. Yeah, man.
Would you
Damn, for stealing some sausage though. Why couldn't they just say you know what?
Hey, man,
I
I
want
guess
to
they was just
cancel
like-
Standard Register. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me give me this camera, man. Let me say something, man.
Hey, but then everybody used to do this in
get you
school.
Standard Register.
We going back to school age. Remember the donuts?
Yeah.
Super donuts. The donuts today are nothing like them donuts.
No,
we
man.
had back then.
Those super
Oh, my
donuts in that
God.
sunken little plastic. You can't.
No,
beat
they
it,
was
bro.
the same sunk in little plastic. It says they had way more sugar on them.
Yeah.
They was sweet.
Oh God.
So, all right, imagine
want-
I'm going through the line. You know, it was a line through the lunch line. Everybody standing close to each other going through the lunch line. And they used to have the metal trays with the donuts on it.
You was scoping it out.
Man, one time I got like
food.
one time I got like 15. I had a big sweat. I never got busted with that though. I didn't get busted with that. I didn't get busted. It was several of us doing it.
All right. We ain't got no tickets up here.
You know, we wasn't doing it every day. It was just like, and I know this is hilarious nowadays, but I'm nothing like that now. But like, I be looking back at that now, and I laugh at it like, man, I used to do some crazy stuff, but.
Man, let me say something too, man. Now, I hear about kids talking about school lunch. I don't know what the hell y'all talking about.
Oh, man, school
when I
lunch
was a
used to be the bomb
kid,
back
school
then.
lunch was good.
You got your free little yellow ticket or blue ticket.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I don't know what they done
Pizza used to
changed,
be off the
man,
hook,
but
I'm gonna tell you what happened.
Salisbury
Salisbury steak.
all that
Oh my
stuff.
God, and
Lord
gravy.
forbid they have fish sandwiches and
No.
ketchup.
Oh my
What
God.
changed the game was my era when they brought in chicken poppers, where you got to pay the extra money to get them chicken poppers. That changed it. Chicken poppers and Fruitopias. Hit the comment section if I'm lying. I swear
Boy,
to
it
God,
wasn't
chicken
no-
poppers and Fruitopias.
Man, when I was a kid,
Vita, you in that
Man, listen, I used
Y'all can tell by the way he talking, he's only 12 years old. Because we ain't had no Fruitopias.
Right. Wait. Take a point.
No. Man.
Hey, look at Ease. We don't know what the hell peanuts.
Wait. It's the funny thing ever is that they can't get Fruitopias now neither.
That was just good.
Fruitopias didn't make it.
Right.
Oh,
Bro,
God.
listen, man. All I'm trying to say is, man, I understand what SKNO was
But,
going
all right,
through. Because school lunches was
let's go
worth
back
it.
to the standard register.
All right, here we go.
I got fired from the job. So my
Man.
dad was super pissed.
Yeah.
Because I was sneaking out the house, and my dad used to go work at the post office, and half the time I'd sneak out the house and wouldn't come home until like 2, 3 in the morning. And since the house was locked, I couldn't get in until somebody came out.
Right.
So I'm sleeping on the porch.
Yeah.
And of course, the first person that sees me when he coming out is him. He let it slide a couple times, go in the house, of course, give me the big fuss, and then eventually it turned into something else. Well, he eventually got mad at me. You know, he got tired of the stealing and stuff. So he said, "You got to go."
Wow. At what age is this for you?
Probably 17.
Okay.
I mean,
So-
eventually I came back.
Yeah.
But he was like, "You got to go." So
But like in that moment, like not knowing that you came back, what was that moment feeling in that moment of your dad who kind of like was kind of being lenient on you? He literally was like, "Nah."
yeah, he was trying to teach me a lesson. So I mean, like when he said I got to go, my to go wasn't even really a long time. Like I came back within a couple days. So
What was that first day like?
Did you
first day was
want to
scary.
go?
First of all, because I didn't have my money, they had my money. So I'm out here with nothing.
Literally homeless on the low.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you about the real homeless. But so I didn't have no money. Eventually, I came back. The second time I got my money. So basically, I had to rob my own money. Yeah, because it was in the house. I had to be schemeful and get my own money. So
Did you want? Let me ask you something though. Was there any relief to him telling you got to go because
At the
you
first
living-
time?
you living
No,
under
because I didn't have no money. I was scared.
right.
Yeah,
Where'd you
wasn't no
go?
relief. Huh?
Where'd you go?
Outside.
I mean, where'd you sleep?
Outside.
Outside where?
Jefferson Primary had this hill that had this big old vent on it that somehow heat came out the vent. I would lay on that vent at night because you was warm.
Yeah.
So that's where I would sleep.
Did you talk to your dad or any of these? Like, okay, so the first
Day
night
one,
you slept
yeah.
We
outside.
didn't have no cell phones. How was I going to talk to him? Back then, there wasn't no cell phones.
So you didn't call him? You didn't go
What
home
was I
and
going to
say,
call him on? A payphone with no
yeah,
money?
man,
No money.
Yeah.
So there was one day one of
Damn, bro, you slept
not
outside.
not having nowhere to go, not having no money. What was that first day?
Stanky to me because I couldn't wash up. I didn't. We didn't have friends like that, you know. So
Did you go to school that next day?
No.
Do you remember?
no,
You think that's how homeless people are made?
you ain't going to school. What? So people could talk about me? You stink.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah,
food
no.
at school. First, I would thought like
yeah,
at
but
least
you ain't
food-
got your lunch tickets.
Oh, okay.
They had
Bro,
to
so
help.
he told you just get out with no
Oh man,
nothing.
when I say I used to be bad, dude, I probably would do the same thing. That's why I say I can't do nothing but respect the way my parents raised me.
Right.
Because I know what I did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I can't be mad at them.
Yeah.
That's why. But when I hear people complaining about they live in 2 home houses and they talk about they getting abused, and then when I hear what they call an abuse, I'll be like, "Are you serious?" So you just don't want them to discipline you at all,
Right.
You just want to be able to run over your parents, and you mad you can't.
Yeah.
Mine's was discipline. Like, imagine me in a ring, not knowing how to fight, but the other person is the champion, and he knows every technique in fighting. Ain't nothing you could do but just keep getting tagged. That's me. That's a whooping for me.
Right.
So, where people be like, "Yo, I got the switch," and I know.
So, all right, let me ask you this then, bro. Like, seeing how You got more than one whooping.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes it would be start with mama, and then when daddy come home, the second one, and you you didn't even know.
So, but you still continued to do things that you knew it was a possibility that you would get a whooping for. Why?
I think because as far as like the sneaking out the house, because I had a goal in mind. I told my mom that I wanted to be a DJ. She said, "You will never be a DJ." So then,
based on what?
She just said you'll never be a DJ. And you know, back then, like I told you, you really couldn't ask them questions because they say, because their easiest answer was, because I said so. And back then in our house, if you talk back, you might catch a pow real quick. So you ain't doing it. And it seemed like I was the target. It seemed like it's 5 boys. The boys will get it more than the girls. Mm-hmm. The girls could do something bad, and it seemed like they just got more of a break than we did. Yeah.
So it's one question we all like to ask our legends is this:
did the Facebook page go off?
No.
No, we still cooking, but I think that if people are still watching and they can hear it, but the internet in here might be a little throwed off. But good.
We'd like to ask our legends, like, if you weren't DJing, is there anything else that you feel like you would have been great at also?
So when I went to Central, I went for broadcast communications. Mm-hmm. My mom tried to get me into graphic arts. At the time, graphic arts was a big market in Dayton, Ohio.
It still is.
No, not the way.
Not
the way that we learned.
Yeah.
So it kind of like the market fell off. People was getting fired, let go from jobs. Dayton Daily News basically had condensed down to some craziness. Mm-hmm. The jobs that they said we could get at Patterson, them jobs seemed like they was fading away. Because I wanted to go into electronics, but of course my parents then were like, the lab fees are too high. The stuff costs too much. You know what I'm saying? You got to think they looking out for 8 kids, so they're not trying to spend crazy amounts on lab fees and all that kind of stuff for you to go to a class and you might fail that mug.
Right.
So,
Coach Chronic in the building, SKNO. He said, "Yo, you the GOAT," and he said, "My big brother." Man, what's up, SKNO?
What up? What up, Coach Incredible?
What's up with it, Coach Chronic?
So they wouldn't pay for no lab fees.
Go ahead.
And I wanted to play drums, but they don't want the noise. Drums cost much more than a trumpet. And my dad had a trumpet from, I don't know when, because I've never seen him play the trumpet before.
Oh, wow.
So
he
that was the easiest thing.
Yeah.
Like, well, I have a trumpet. You can learn how to play the trumpet. So that didn't have to buy a trumpet because he had a trumpet.
So, but like you mentioned about you venturing off into Central State. So you did graduate high school. What was that like with you having such a turbulent, upbringing with you getting in trouble and stuff? What was that like for your family when you actually graduated?
I had to sneak to go to Central State. I was.
What about graduation from high school? Let's start there before we.
Man, on my last day of school, when I tell you my dad was I had a bloody lip at my graduation.
What?
Yeah, he said I looked at him funny we were riding a van, and at that time my mom was driving and I was sitting behind him, and he said in the side mirror he seen me look at him funny. So I had a bloody lip at my graduation.
So what, he backhands you while he was driving?
No, he wasn't driving, my mom was. Mm-hmm. Yep. And I was a nerd back then, so I'm like imagine me, half my body, real skinny, bony, like that picture.
Yeah, that's
me at graduation.
So,
and he's like this cock diesel dude.
Work out, yeah. So when you graduated, your family cheered for you. How did you feel? Was it bittersweet in that moment because of what happened previously, or did it feel like a release because you were finally done with high school?
Man, I barely graduated high school because breakdancing and them came out, and I started rebelling. Mm-hmm. So that was when I got busted with the locker. That was like my senior year. Mm-hmm. Breakdancing came out. I was sneaking out, watching The Hustler. I started getting into the streets a lot more and all that stuff. So it wasn't probably like normal people's graduations where their families all come in from out of town and all that stuff. It wasn't like that. It was us.
Right.
D Wills just checked in. Darren Wills from the Roller Dome.
Shout out to
Said
Roller
what's
Dome,
up to you, bro.
Yeah, he got a legendary interview with us.
What it do? What it do?
So when you graduated, you had plans of going to.
Come on, Coach Incredible. Come on.
He
So,
said,
yeah.
Coach said he might pull up on us,
Yeah.
man.
So,
Coach, you already know. Come
So like
through,
you
bro.
had plans of going to college. You chose Central State. What landed you on Central State?
My mom and them made me go to Sinclair,
Okay.
but I had got accepted to Central State too.
Okay.
So I snuck and was trying to do both at the same time.
Wait. So at age 17, 18-year-old.
No, this after high school.
Okay.
This after graduation.
Okay, so
So-
you trying to be slicker than slick, saying I'm gonna go to both schools then because I want to go to Central.
So then my grades start, of course, falling down at
Sinclair.
I'm working a third shift job at a store called Metro Markets on James H. McGee. It wasn't James H. McGee then; it was Western Avenue.
Yep.
Yeah, Metro.
So I used to stock
Markets.
shelves and do produce there.
I remember that commercial.
Be falling asleep in the middle of the stocking the shelf and all that because I'm doing too much. And so I was going to I started Central. I started in the art department with Bing. Then I eventually got into broadcast communications with Turk Logan. Then I eventually went through that process. I didn't really like the video part of it, the TV part of it. My main goal was the radio part of it. So I got my license in that. And then, the rest is history.
But
after
like,
that.
what was one thing like you didn't like about the TV aspect to it? Did you have to be
I
behind
mean,
the
I didn't
scenes?
feel like I was a person that I was always cracked on in school. I was the one that wore the big nerd glasses. I was bony. I was the one that everybody targeted at with cracking. Like, as simple as that. I didn't feel like I was a TV person.
Right. So, like, how'd your family feel when, it didn't work out at Sinclair?
My parents didn't really show
Disappointment?
support and love
Okay.
until after the age of Dr. Ease and them. Because I tried to go on this one trip to California when it was just us before Dr. Ease with Unique Cut to California to record. They wouldn't let me go. So it was just end up being Russell and Daryl going up there. They asked if I could go. It was like we couldn't even get on the phone. Like I gave them the phone number. That was like the worst mistake of life. You giving people our phone number in the house and all that. And how you think you're gonna be up there in California? Everything was negative about
Right.
California. So even though they're telling me no and not letting me do stuff, that's giving me like this.
Fire.
Yeah,
Desire.
inside fire. You already told me I'm never gonna be a DJ. So I'm like, I'm gonna be this. I'm gonna be something that I want to be. Like, it's not gonna be always what you want me to be.
But let me ask you this, bro. What were your parents' plan for you? Like, you know what I mean?
I probably to be a preacher at church.
Did you ever do any of that as a child?
No, I just grew up in church. I mean, I didn't preach at church. No.
Did they ever invite you to try to? Well, did you guys have any type of Bible studies, or did you get a chance to kind of talk about what you learned?
We had Bible studies at school. I mean, at home and at church. But our church was in Lima, Ohio, which is like 72 miles from here.
Wow.
Yeah, even though we lived in Dayton, we go up there like sometimes 3-4 days a week. So, and you still had to get your homework done. And services in Church of God in Christ weren't short services. Like,
Right.
you could go up there early and be up there late.
Did you learn the philosophy of the religion?
Yeah, I learned a lot about the religion, but some things I can't say I agree with everything, especially some of the stuff they did.
Yeah.
So that made me rebel even more. So,
But my question to you is this, bro. Because parents do have some type of, like, they might want their child to be something, you know what I mean? And they think that it's in the best interest of their child, because kids don't know everything. Sometimes parents go through things and they see what could be best for their child. Not saying that they should pick what their child is going to be, but they kind of got an idea of knowing what they don't want their child to get involved with, especially from a religious standpoint. You know,
Right.
worldly stuff. Well, hold on. Let me just finish this point. So, with that being said, let's say they like, man, I don't want you doing that worldly stuff.
And I heard that many times.
I at least want you to be a pastor. If your dad feels in his mind he's grooming you to be a pastor, did he ever give you an opportunity to teach what you know? Just a mock teaching, just to say like, all right, son, let me
No.
this and this.
No. And then back then I didn't understand a lot of what we were going through in church like the way I do now.
Yeah.
Like, you know, back then when we got baptized because they made us get baptized.
Right.
Like I didn't understand
The reason behind it.
Yeah, the reason behind it, what it was all about. So, you know, I don't know if you know, like maybe 4 years ago, I got rebaptized and all that stuff because I know the meaning compared to then. I was a kid and
Right.
I was like,
It was more of a symbol when you got baptized before, because you should be baptized because you understand the meaning of it,
Right.
and you're baptized based on your own consciousness of what this is going to do for you.
Yeah.
right.
But a
And
parent
you know you're
making their
not-
child get baptized
Yeah,
is
it's like, okay, I'm
it's-
getting baptized with you and I'm going back home and I'm sinning.
man. Yeah, I mean, exactly,
Right.
you know.
So that baptism had no relevance in my life.
Right.
It was just a physical thing.
Right. So, so like back to when you were at Central State, eventually you venture into the beat, right? Which is what 94.5.
Yeah, and
The
that
Beat.
kind of came on a humble as far as like 94.5 came up, and I basically had to volunteer at that station. And actually, my volunteering then is what they call what do they call it? now?
Interning.
Yeah, but I wasn't so-called interning. I
Where
was
we at,
just
bro? What
volunteering.
station?
94.5 The Beat.
Oh yeah.
I was just basically doing stuff that I felt like I liked to do, and I eventually got hired on.
So, like, what were some of the things that you were doing that made you more of a candidacy for a job there?
Well, I would sit in. Well, the biggest one is I was in a group called Tune, and I had been sitting in on a couple of shows, and I had my turntables up there after one of the shows we did in one of the production rooms, and the general manager seen me in the room scratching and mixing, and he was like, "Hey, I need you to turn in a tape so I can hear what you got."
Okay.
And I turned in the tape, and 2 days later, I worked at the station.
So
When did you get good though, SKNO? Like, I mean, you
Well,
had obviously
probably-
got
What was your crown moment?
In '83.
Okay, so
in
like
'83.
yeah.
That's
Walk
when
us
I
through that
started getting
moment.
Paid money.
Well, wait. Walk through the moment of you knowing when you were great. Like,
Yeah, what happened?
See, I didn't really consider myself great until I start like doing parties, like DJing for Ice Cube and DJing Diddy parties and stuff like that. I didn't really consider myself great.
okay,
in my time
well,
before then.
good, relatively good.
Well, good enough to go and
Had a
be
conf-
confident enough to go to, like, let's get to your maturation of a for real DJ. So you went to this party before, and you understood that you wasn't very good. People was asking you for music that you
Yeah,
didn't
and then
have.
truth like smack you in the face because you don't realize the
The job that you got.
Yeah, you don't realize the job. Your heart is like, doo-doo.
Yeah.
Then it's getting tension up there. You got a bunch of dudes in front of you that's like,
You finally seeing what you don't got.
Yeah. I mean, before you
But
got
that was
ambition,
early. I wasn't even fully out a teenager then.
right? All right.
That
So
was just I agreed to do something
Yeah.
dumb.
give us a time that's
Yeah.
the opposite of that for the first time,
There we
where
go.
you actually did well.
I would have to say when I DJ'd in Palm Springs for Ice Cube.
Okay, so
So you hadn't done well in Dayton locally before
I
that?
mean, yeah, but there's no comparison to that well. You know what I'm saying?
that is your crowning moment.
Yeah, that's like you in a different city in front of a crowd you
wait a
don't
minute.
know.
What about your first paid? Did you get paid for the time where you didn't think you did that good?
Yeah.
You got paid then, all right. So let's go to the next.
I used to
time.
DJ at the underground and all that stuff. Okay. I felt like, I rock the crowd. People would tell you rock the crowd.
Yeah.
But there's no feeling like this feeling. Okay. Like.
All right, well, listen, I don't want to go past this. All right, so look, the first time that you rocked the crowd, bro, like. You really went into a party and you just felt that
you controlled it from
you controlled that thing.
The underground.
The underground. What happened?
Here we go.
Come on, I want to hear that night. Let's get to that.
It was just like it was for one. It was hood.
Yeah,
but we wasn't only playing hood music. So it was just like it was like when you play a song, and then you play the next song, the crowd is reacting off of every single thing you play.
Yeah. And then they're eating out the palm of your hand.
And then I'm like, I have this thing where I like slow it down. I might play 3 or 4 slow songs in a row.
Yeah.
DJs don't do that no more.
Right. Yeah.
So
right.
I would break up the hype sets with a slow set. But I would mix the songs together and when I play the slow songs, then I play the next song, and then the girls will be like, it'd be just them murder type.
Yeah.
Them type parts.
How you feel in that moment, bro? Like, after it's over, you know that you done rocked that thing.
What makes you feel good, I think, is when the people are coming to you at the end like, bro, you killed it.
There you go.
You did your thing.
See?
Bro, can I get your number, man? I might have to do a
Can I pause you real quick?
Yeah.
Can I pause you real quick?
Got, Peanut?
As an artist, bro. My man Peanut.
Peanut in the building.
Look, you feel, as an artist, when you're doing that, like you feel corny doing it, but sometimes you feel like you doing it for a reason. And I want to say that this is like a circle moment for me because I've always been that person. Like, if I enjoyed my food, if I enjoyed I enjoyed my night, I will like, if the DJ was killing it, I'm going to go tell him that. And now it makes me feel good knowing like, one of the greatest DJs here. I was never corny when I did this, man.
Nah, that's good. You know what, bro? And I think that it's important for everybody to acknowledge greatness when they're a part of it.
Yeah.
Ooh. Or just when they're in that situation.
In that moment.
Yeah, man, because it gives the person confidence to keep going, man. You know what I'm saying? And everybody that did that.
Shout out to whoever walked into that DJ booth.
To SKNO's.
Oh, it was Jeff Valentine. I can say his name. His name is Jeff Valentine.
Oh, that's love.
Man, shout out to the Jeff Valentine, bro.
The guy, the legendary.
So then he gave me a spot on the air with another DJ we not gonna mention, but
okay.
I got a spot on there. Eventually from there, then I end up getting a spot on the 5 o'clock traffic mix by myself.
Yeah.
So I started doing that mix. People
is that
like
this? Are we going past?
Yeah.
All right. So wait a minute. I do want to come back a little bit. You mentioned you did something in Florida with Ice Cube.
Yeah.
No, Palm Springs, California.
Yeah. Oh, Palm Springs.
So what happened? I don't know if you remember when Too Short, Ice Cube, Naughty by Nature, and somebody else came here. There was the hotel.
I remember that show.
The hotel downtown called the Hilton.
Yeah.
Where Doubletree used to be.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it was a bad snowstorm that night. Ice Cube and them got snowed in for 3 days. So I used to go down to the hotel and just kick it. So we kind of got cool after that. So needless to say, maybe a couple years passed by, and I get a call from the record rep, my dude Kelly Wu. Yo, what you think about DJing an Ice Cube concert? And I was like, what? He's like, an Ice Cube concert in Palm Springs. We fly you out, we take care of you and all that things. And I'm like, are you serious? I'm hyped. Like,
right.
Ice Cube is also my favorite rapper.
Wow.
Yeah, so, but to this day, I do not have a picture with Ice Cube.
Yeah.
See?
To this day.
See, I saw this one quote where they say, pictures don't mean nothing till that's all you got left. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So,
Peanut. Wait, take another break from Peanut.
Did somebody poop?
Beans, good for your heart.
Just be
The
doing
more
what he
you
do.
eat them, the more you fart. The more you fart, the better you feel. So eat them beans with every
We ain't gonna make
meal.
them think it's me.
Man,
Hey,
Peanut, Peanut, I want you. I wish, I swear to God, I wish we had a camera. I would get you on this
How you
camera.
feel so confident in the middle of a legend?
Hey, but listen,
Picture with him when you was DJing.
So I DJed for him several times.
There you go.
East goes back here,
It's
Sean.
always like during.
Go ahead.
The first time was during the Friday the first Friday
Yeah.
movie shoot. He was late to the concert.
Yeah.
So then right after the concert, he had to leave right out.
Okay.
So he left right in the middle of the movie shoot.
Right.
So I didn't get a chance to do it then. The second 2 times, I didn't get a chance to do it then. It was just like, man, that's so, like, I have a bucket list. And bucket list things are, I have Dave Chappelle on there.
There we
I know
go.
he don't like taking pictures with people.
Yeah.
But I've seen people take pictures with him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He is one of the. I met him when Obama came here to Triangle Park.
For sure.
But
I was there
It was
too.
like a big crowd of groupies I felt around him, so I didn't want to feel like one of them groupies.
With dating legendary
So,
status.
I was
Every
like,
dating legend
right.
feel like that.
I was like, I'm not about to be doing this, so I passed it up, and I didn't get a picture then. Then Ice Cube, of course, is on the top of my list. I got several, big people. I met Janet Jackson. If they flew 50 DJs to see Janet Jackson when she was Renee, but Renee messed it up. A DJ gave her a hug and kissed her on the cheek, and he was the jealous boyfriend manager. So then we couldn't take no picture with her.
Oh,
He messed it up.
I just seen
Smeg.
Janet Jackson special, bro.
No. Smeg, let's pause on the story. Every legend has came and told us a story about them having a opportune moment of them having exactly what they wanted, and it been something off relevant. We got Jason DBKS came here and said he had a meeting with Master P, had his whole movie written out, everything perfectly fine. His laptop was messed up.
Yeah.
We have several different stories just like that. It's always something about dating legendary status. Like, if you want this one
You
thing,
get right there to the edge.
right there to the edge.
Man,
Right
we
there to
had,
the
well,
edge.
even, or if we skip, I got a story like that with 275, because I used to DJ for a group called 275 here in the city.
Say
Come
less.
on, let's say less.
As a matter of fact, say more.
Hold on, we
more.
performed, we opened up for Scarface and the Ghetto Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But after the concert, we was in a hotel and we end up hooking up with this producer. So he wanted to hear some of the tracks that Dre Mees and Ty did. So in order to make that happen, they didn't carry them with them at that time.
Right.
We drove all the way to Dayton, 8 hours, and then 8 hours right back with a Triton keyboard, just so this dude could hear. And we eventually got that producer to be on the Tall Entertainment album.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, that's good stuff. That's
Wow,
work.
that's going
We
out there getting
grinded.
that championship
That's
back.
real grinders.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
he
real
produced the
talk.
joint on there. I scratched on the joint.
hard.
But we had to do that 8 hour drive and 8 hours get back, and we ended up getting Scarface on the album too.
Hey, let me check in real quick. Hey, man, everybody that's watching you guys, man, like, subscribe, ring the bell notification on our YouTube channel, the Legendary People Podcast.
But I'm skipping
Sheikhs
a
for
whole
breakfast.
lot.
Yeah, I mean,
Agnes All
We
Natural Grill for
everywhere.
lunch.
we're gonna get
Agnes All Natural Grill for lunch. If you ever injured call attorney Michael Wright. Look at Vina right here in the corner. I see
He looks
boy.
so relieved.
Yeah, man.
He looks
Get
so
him.
relieved.
Get
now.
him. Hey, T-shirt Kings, go for your mouth. Camera
Remember,
Kings
I've
and
been in
Dash
always.
Resource Sales Stocks Not Dope. We got the legendary DJ SKNO in the building, man. We skipping Peanuts doing a great job, bud.
We everywhere.
But he's everywhere like air. He's every place like space.
And it might be my fault,
I
but
wear
I'm like,
NASA shirts, man. I wear the NASA shirts. I'm wear like that's a bar to send you.
Hey, man.
How do you know I have one
Hey,
underneath this?
DJ SKNO is in the building,
Oh,
man.
my
Can y'all
God.
believe, man? We got a real. I can't even believe he would come here, man.
and I hear people say that, say that real legend and all that stuff. But you know, man, I used to be in your studio when your studio first started.
Let's
Yeah.
go there, man.
The
Let's
first
start
goal
there.
for your mouth.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
I was
Let's
there
go.
then. Like,
Yeah.
I hooked up with DJ Jelly at your studio. That's how we end up. Me and DJ Jelly got super cool.
Yeah.
We end up doing a mix CD together.
Yes, sir.
Like that was like one of my great regular mix CDs, you know, and then I started doing the DJ drama thing of hosting mix CDs for artists.
Right.
Yeah.
And then
yeah,
that
yeah,
took
yeah.
it to a whole different
Absolutely,
level.
absolutely.
So, but your studio is where I met Jelly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we became cool. Like, we cool to this day. He was just on my live broadcast 2 days ago.
So go ahead and just finish it. Say what you really want to say about me.
What? Man is like very. Man is one of the pillars. Man is one of the pillars in the building. Man would always try to sell me little gold things, but I never was one of them ones that stick up gold in my mouth.
Yeah, man.
I like the diamonds,
but from your story that I've been hearing since you was a child, I'm surprised now.
What surprise? What?
No, you've been a gangster your whole life.
No, I've been.
He gonna roll. You over there.
You know?
Got involved in some street stuff that my parents didn't know nothing about.
Yeah.
That's not really what I'm trying to focus on. So,
no doubt.
I got involved in gang activity and stuff like that. So.
But like for real, so I keep it 100. Like, man, bro, I have always just looked at you as definitely a big brother, and somebody who is polished. You know what I'm saying? Just the way that you present yourself.
To be that polished.
Yeah.
Like I try to tell artists when they would talk to me and just pick my brain, like I'm like, it take a lot of work to do that. It take a lot of self grinding, not depending on anybody else. You promoting yourself. Like there's nobody really that promoted me but me.
Right.
Man, Kevin Foster just checked in, said, legendary DJ, man, what's up, big bruh? K. False. Tiffany Taylor said,
what's
hey,
happening,
family.
Kevin? What's happening, Tiffany? My
Mr.
man,
Reggie Graham in the building.
Word.
Brittany Dale said, we definitely appreciate a great DJ. Definitely not as easy as it looks. DJ SKNO is one of the best.
My
Angela
best friend, Brittany.
Yeah,
Her
sir.
Her father was a great DJ as well. Shout out to my man Gary.
Man,
Gary
Darren
DJ.
Wills said you rock the Roller Dome.
Yeah.
Angela Red said,
Roller Dome, Bus Stop, Roller World with the Hustler, Mark Jones.
Yeah.
Like, that was another spot. I'm gonna tell y'all.
Yeah, come on with it, bro.
So,
what you got for me?
So one day I wanted to see this concert so bad, but it was at the Bus Stop Roller World by the Dayton Mall.
Yeah.
And it was Joski Love who did the Pee Wee dance.
Oh, Pee Wee Herman.
So I wanted to see this concert so bad. Back then, the buses used to stop at like 7 something. I rolled the bus out there.
Yeah.
And had to walk because the bus didn't go to the Bus Stop Roller World, so I had to walk to the Bus Stop Roller World. So then, by the time the night was over with, which was about 2:00,
yeah,
I had to walk all the way back down David Road, Mad River Road, back to the hood. You know that was a long,
that's a hike,
dark walk with no lights.
I got something for you, bro. All right, so when we touched on it a little bit, Peanut started to kind of open this can up a little bit, but I don't think we explored it enough. Okay, so coming up, your favorite artist, right? Like you start DJing in '83, so man, I
started getting paid in '83.
You start getting paid in '83, right? So when we talking about your favorite artist from '83 to Ice Cube, man, can you go over some of your favorite artists at that time, man? I mean, from those days.
I mean, you got UTFO, not to mention one of my biggest mentors is Mixmaster Ice, who DJ for the legendary group. Rest in peace to Kango.
Right.
Mixmaster Ice DJ for my wedding anniversary. That's how close we got. You got Heavy D and the Boys, of course. You got X Clan, which was one of my favorite groups.
X Clan.
I ended up being
one of Smash's favorites.
I was on the road with them several times. I'm the first one that took them to a drive-through. They never been through a drive-through until I took them through a drive-through.
Yeah.
So at the time, it was Warehouse Beer and Wine drive-through where Ruts used to be on Salem Avenue.
Ruts, yep.
So Warehouse Beer and Wine drive-through, I took them through there after the concert. These dudes tried to get out the car,
and they were like,
they was like, man, we tripping this like a store, a drive-in store or something. And I'm like, man, y'all got to get back in the car. Y'all can't do that. Y'all can't do that. They was like, we don't have these in New York and all that stuff. So, I took them through their first drive-through. Is then, going on the road with Dr. Ease. Let's see, we did several shows with Chubb Rock, different acts. At the convention center.
What one of your most crown moments of DJing at that stage? Not before you get to something like your legendary status.
At that stage,
yes. Give us that night. That story right there. I think
my crown moment was the first time I ever got to DJ in the Palladium.
Okay.
Because the main DJ that I watched, that's where he DJ'd at a lot. So the first time I ever got to DJ in the Palladium, that was like my crown moment. I
Now
think.
walk us through that experience.
I mean, back then, slow jams was big then, like Melissa Morgan's, Anita Baker's, all them
Anita Baker.
came out. But that's also the first place I seen somebody get stole on.
Wait a minute.
I'm serious.
Wait a minute.
I had never heard of being stole on until that day.
So wait. You saw somebody get punched over an R&B record?
I don't know if it was over a record or what was going on in the street, but that's the first place I ever seen somebody just get snuck on. Yeah, that was like when Big Slaughter was doing security there. Rest in peace of Big Slaughter.
For sure.
But it was I would have to say at the Palladium was like man, this is stories for the Palladium, man.
Give us one.
Heavy D performed at the Palladium.
Okay.
And I don't know what the reason was. He got mad. He performed 2 songs, threw the mic down and left.
Are you up there trying to spin still?
No, I wasn't DJing
Oh,
that
you
show.
just
I
watched
was
it.
just there. It's just I've been there so many times.
Right.
When the Hustler was DJing, it's just I'd be there like every time the moments happen. Like when X Clan came there, when X Clan came to the Tropics, the island.
Right.
That's all in this city. When X Clan came to Diamonds, when Diamonds was on 3rd Street.
Right.
Everywhere that X Clan was, I was there.
Right.
So
at that stage, like, what's one of your most frustrating nights as a DJ?
the most frustrating was that party I told you about. But another frustrating night was like I DJ'd a party, and this was like when thug music started coming into play. People wasn't trying to hear like music, so they was trying to hear more street stuff. So I had to, like, I would play records, and they'd be like, "Now these records are hot. They're the records everybody talk about,
Right.
but that was not the records they wanted to hear in this spot."
Yeah.
So it was like every record I played wasn't right. And another frustrating time was when I was in Lima, Ohio.
Okay, here we
Lima,
go.
Ohio is like 3 years behind us in music.
Yes.
And that's where my dad's church was, but I DJ'd at several spots in Lima, Ohio. And I DJ'd the party. I'm like, I'm going to play all the new joints because I play in Dayton, and when I play these joints, everybody's jumping.
Right.
And I play these joints there, and they just sitting there.
Like, what's this?
Like, why I can't get nobody on the floor?
Right.
And I'm like, ain't nobody getting on the floor? So I had to go back in time. I had to start playing like Master P, the old stuff that we been done with.
Right.
Cash Money. Then it got hype.
Yeah.
I'm like, so I can't break no new music here.
But we know that Cash Money taken for 99 and 2000s is a Negro spiritual now.
Yeah, but it was like Dayton was done with that.
Right.
I'm saying we were like past these records that they were on. They were like no new records. Like I got Master P plaques.
Right.
So
Right.
for breaking their music because nobody else would play it on 94.5.
Right.
And so we ain't get started into that. So
I mean, I still want to go from when you went from 94.5, the Thunderstorm. I want to walk through that, and then you end up getting to the 94.5. Like,
you mean 92.1?
yeah, 92.1. Yeah.
Yeah, 92.1.
Yeah, 92.1. You was there for 4.5 years. My
Yeah,
bad.
94.5. I was there
Yeah,
for
don't take a
about
point.
4 years. After 94.5, I took a hiatus off. I had tried to get on a U92, but they were trying to make me change my name from SKNO. And
To what?
To what?
I didn't give them a chance to change it, so I didn't do nothing for a year. And eventually, they ended up calling me and wanted me to turn in an air check so they could hear what I had. But here was the kicker. They said, "You'll work overnights as a personality." And I said, "And I get to be SKNO, right?" And they were like, "No, you will be called Miles Jordan."
What the fuck is Miles Jordan?
Wait. What was the reasoning behind them saying?
Radio stations try to give you a name, so if you get let go, you can no longer use that name. But my name is trademark, so they can't just after I leave with my name, I'm still SKNO.
Right.
But this is what I did. I said, well, if I work for your station, I have to be able to do a mix show. But when I do the mix show, I'm going to be DJ SKNO.
Right.
When I do remotes, I'm DJ SKNO. I'm not going to tell them I'm Miles Jordan because in person and all that, people know me as DJ SKNO, and I still was like not understanding why they wouldn't want
Right.
my name DJ SKNO, which had a lot of buzz in the city, to be, plus my show ratings was pretty good. So like,
Right.
why wouldn't you want that to carry on to your station? Because when they were playing the Quiet Fire during the time I was doing my mix
Quiet
show,
Fire, legendary.
I was doing a mix show where I played everything. You
Yeah.
might hear Helter Skelter mixed with Prince, mixed with some slow jam, mixed
Right.
with anything. Like we had free reign of our mix show as long as it was clean. So
Right.
there was no way that Quiet Fire was gonna beat my time slot.
Right. So, like, what if they would have said, you know what, this is a blanket thing where we're not going to have DJs anymore, it's all personalities, and everybody's going to use their real name from now on?
Real names. Nobody uses their
Oh,
real
wait,
name.
I'm just asking, would you have been on board? They would have
No.
said, no, because
Because
like DJ
DJing
SKNO
was the main thing I wanted to do.
right,
I really could have cared less about a personality, just,
right,
you know, because a lot of people don't understand a personality. You're playing a list of music most times that is done by a programmer. You don't have any control of that music.
Right.
A lot of people that listen to radio, they don't realize that commercial radio is about commercials. It is not about that music.
Right.
Their goal is to make money.
right,
Their goal is the music that they play is making their advertisers spend money.
That's why they
If
play
they
the same
ain't making
songs
no
over and over.
money,
absolutely,
then why are we playing this song? Our advertisers ain't trying to advertise when this music is on. You hear songs over, people wonder why they hear songs over and over again on the radio, where the average listener doesn't listen to a radio 2 and 3 hours in a row.
Right.
The average listener listens to a radio maybe 21 minutes.
on a ride to where they're going or where they're coming from.
Yeah, and
somewhere.
then they done. So it's some people that didn't hear that song played then. So radio is a whole different monster than streets and clubs. That's why I try to tell artists, like, man, you need to get your music played in the streets before you even try to worry about radio. Because if your music doesn't have any buzz on the streets, radio definitely ain't playing it.
Right.
So it doesn't make sense for them to play.
Right. So like I always had the thing where people say I'm a pop artist. You're not a pop artist. Like you got to be popular to be a pop
Yeah, I
artist.
was like, how are you a pop artist if
Your
you're not
music-
popular?
you ain't
No
popular.
no one's buying your music.
Yeah.
So what makes you popular
Right.
like that? I mean, what makes you a pop artist? Like a rap? It's been rappers that done turned pop artists because their music done made it so big.
Bobby Shmurda, for example, he had a song that was literally a freestyle over someone else's beat. It was such popular that it became a mainstream hit.
But it didn't become pop.
It never became pop, but he is now. But he still is a popular artist now. But he's not a
Yeah.
pop. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, good. We ain't gonna do
So most
like
people don't
some-
know what pop stand for. Pop
Yeah, a lot
stands
of
for
people-
popular music. I learned it from Kevin Shine from Job Records.
Kevin Shine, that is my
Yeah,
dude.
yeah,
That
yeah.
is my dude.
Kevin Shine Records told me like a bunch about myself, broadly talking to everybody. He say, I don't buy talent, I buy records. And if you ain't got X, Y, Z, it don't matter to me. Like, if you ain't got a Twitter that's popping, you ain't got a YouTube that's popping, if you cannot show me why you, I don't care, I can listen to your music and love it. If you cannot show me why you hot with bot numbers,
Well, nowadays we're in the days of people buying bots and cheating on their numbers.
Uh-oh,
They buying numbers and don't really have not a single buzz on the street. They trying to go off of the Soulja Boy era where he really had numbers and people were doing it. So they're like, man, I need to get my numbers up like him and people gonna follow me. So they'll go purchase the numbers and don't nobody know who they are.
Right, they
Nobody
fall flat.
searching, can't name not one song they got. So when I was trying to tell you about artists, which led to me when I was with 275, getting them to do mixtapes, their mixtapes created such a buzz in the streets to where the music started getting played on radio, stuff like that. So, we even had a song that was on BET on Uncut for almost a year and a half, or a little bit over that, and the song was called "Move Something." But we were basically building that buzz up, so all these selective places were coming at us like, we need your music and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, and that day of promoting yourself seems to be gone. Everybody thinks that everybody's supposed to just do something for them for free,
right?
Get nothing out of it. Why you ain't playing my music? Well, your music ain't hot, and they so sensitive. They get mad when you tell them it's not hot. I don't know, man.
I mean, like, people don't understand what like payola is, and like, and to me, it's like, yes, you could pay me to play it, which would be terrible for myself. Like, somebody could pay you to play a trash record, and then it loses your credibility as a DJ because it's like you're playing a song because I paid you, and nobody likes it.
Then there are those records that have been paid to play, and they play it so much that even though you don't want to know the song is beating your head.
Yeah.
There are them songs.
For sure. So like to put your to surmise and put together, to summarize and to put together your radio DJ, what is one of the greatest moments you could take from it, and what was one of the most negative things you could take from it?
Radio is corporate owned. So radio, one of the things I learned is you can have a job one day and the next day you don't have a job. Radio has what they call consultants. They might be in a whole different state. They feel such and such music is hot in this state. They talking to your radio operations manager, program director. This is what you should be playing in your market. Now each market is different, so all music ain't gonna work in every market.
Right.
So
New York record over in Texas.
When I was in 94.5, when I left was this. 94.5 had a consultant. They were comparing our station to a station in Florida. So they wanted us to switch formats. We played hip hop, R&B, and some pop. They wanted us to switch to all alternative music. So
in Dayton.
And they did switch to all alternative music, and then they got bought by a different corporation, which then flipped to something else. And, so their goal is, I'm telling you, it's not about the music, it's about the money. That's what their goal is. People be like, why they keep doing this? Why they keep doing it? Why they don't play this? Why they don't break music? Because that's not what a radio station is for. The radio station is for commercials.
Right.
Just like TV. Commercials.
Yeah.
Them commercials are
You're going to see some random new show on there that's only going to play once. They have a program.
But them main spots they going to get paid for is them commercials.
Right.
Them Super Bowl commercials.
Right.
We want to see the Super Bowl.
Right.
But you going to advertise during the Super Bowl, you going to pay like $4 million for a little 30-second spot. It's crazy because the goal is money.
So like what things ultimately led to you eventually becoming homeless the second time?
So second time it was by choice when I told you I had to get my money and I left with my money. But not knowing a lot about living on my own and all that stuff, I would sleep in Princeton Park. I would sleep in Arby's restroom on Salem Avenue because their restrooms was outside. Sometimes they would leave them unlocked, or I would get in there before they locked them, and they would think they locked them. But I had a heater. I had a sink. I could cut my hair, change my clothes, come out the next day. You wouldn't know I was homeless. I worked at 2 restaurants at the same time, so I was never hungry. I could eat at every job that I had, so you wouldn't know I was homeless. So I did that for like about 6 months. I done slept
6 months.
6 months. I done slept under bridges. Until I got myself situated. Like I done stayed. I had a friend that I stayed at his house, for a little bit. His mom has passed away now. Rest in peace. But I stayed at his house for a little bit on Home Avenue, and that's one of my very good friends. But then eventually I left there, and I did what I had to do until I've been in a couple of shelters where I've go stay during the day, do what I need to do, and then go back out at night or whatever. Most times I'd be in Princeton Park in my old hood, sleep. My parents didn't know I was right down the street. Then, that's so I would say I was homeless by choice because I was also rebellious. So I had to learn a lot of street stuff on my own.
Right.
So I would say homeless was that part of the sleeping outside and all that stuff, that was hard. But it was also me not knowing a lot of stuff and me choosing to do stuff that maybe I shouldn't have done.
Right.
So
during the time like you homeless, are you trying to make it where no one notices this, or are you reaching out to certain people?
Yeah, I'm trying to make it because I'm embarrassed. I mean, you got to think I'm the one that's always the one that was cracked on during school. So I didn't have that many friends. I definitely didn't have friends I could just call up like that. This was before radio, of course.
Right.
Yeah, so, So I basically felt like I was in a world by myself, even though I got 7 brothers and sisters left. But, you know, two of my sisters, they can kind of relate in the same way. They weren't sleeping outside, but they were just like, it's time to go, and they made their escape. They did what they did. But I mean, we don't regret our parents and them's upbringing today. We just, you know, we learn from it, and we can talk about it now. Back then, when my wife would say, she was like, when I talk about some story, she'd be like, you're going into a what's his name? It's like, she'd say like, it's like you're reliving it. Right. And I'm like, no, I just feel like I can talk about it now.
Right.
And sometimes we'll get together and laugh at certain things that we did with and our parents didn't know about it, or we got away with, or something. It's just, it wasn't funny then, but today it's funny because it's funny to us. Like I've had somebody come on me like, man, you should get on stage and just talk about your story. You be having everybody rolling. I'm like, but I'm not making jokes. It's like funny. Real life. I mean, it's funny in a way, but it ain't funny because I'm like, I'm not making none of this up. It's like real life stuff to me. So
I want to ask you, because like a lot of times when people are homeless, or you know what I'm saying, like in a place where, you know, like they're lost or they feel like no one out there is for them, I think this is a perfect crown moment to say, like, you didn't turn to a life of drugs or a life of crime.
And I had opportunities. I had big dope boys even try to get me to do stuff for them because they knew that being in clubs and stuff that I knew a lot of people. Like, all right, so during that homeless period, one thing that saved me, I think, was there was a club called Gamble's on Main Street. I think it's rough and tumble daycare now. It used to be MJ's. That used to be Gamble's nightclub. They used to stay open late. The same club we opened up for Microwave in. Right. They used to stay open late. So at night I would go up there and kick it in the nightclub till they closed. Right. And then there was a club called the Living Room.
Yes, the Living Room.
They stayed open till like 5:30, so I could kick it. Most of my night, I wouldn't have to be outside once I found these clubs. I would kick it in them, and then there was a car lot across the street from the Living Room that they would leave the cars unlocked, and I would go in the cars, find a car that I felt comfortable with, and sleep in the car, and get up like around. Let's see, the club didn't close till 5:30. I would have to get like maybe 2 hours sleep, get up before they got there to detail cars or whatever. So about 6:30, I'm up. I'm running, trying to, you know, walking or trying to catch the first bus away from that area, which was on Dixie. So that's how I survived a lot of that. Wow. Then I would get up, go get something to eat, go to one of my jobs. You know, like I told you, I was falling asleep at some of my jobs and stuff like that. But I mean, but I still had that goal of what I wanted to do that my mom said I would never do. So I didn't stop until I made that goal.
So how long did this go on, bro?
The homeless part was 6 months. The second part.
Yeah. Did anybody know?
Yeah, I mean, they know now because I've told my story like so many times. And people that knew me didn't know until like years later and stuff. Like, because I hear people talk about their stories of what they went through, and I have to tell them that, dude, you looking at me and you think I'm this, but I've been homeless too. You don't have to do what you're doing just because you're homeless. Like, to this day, there are people that are homeless when I was homeless that are still homeless because they're not trying to do anything. Some people get into that lifestyle and really, like, you know how some people go to prison and they a career. Some people be homeless and they getting checks. They for real get checks, but they spend it up in the first 3 days and then they don't have nothing. So I sometimes, like, I've went to homeless shelters and talked to people that, you know, are going through the thing that, you know, try to get them to do things. And some people have, but there's some people that's still out there do what they do. They own drugs and, you know.
So what was the very first moment that got you out of that homelessness? Like, what was like the big break?
Like something, I can't keep doing this no more. You know, I think after working at so many fast food restaurants, and I worked at Chi-Chi's, which was like a higher paying restaurant then. I think that's the one that really kind of got me out of it. So they paid nice money, plus they had great food. So it was like
eating good.
Yeah. So then I just was like, because you got to think, I left the house with like $17,000 in cash, but you got to think I was like
dwindle down.
No, I was like this dude that's living on the street with a bag on my shoulder with like 4 pairs of the latest new Jordans that came out and some clothes, and I'd be going to laundromats, and I'm just like spending my money on dumb stuff. And then like after I first got out of homelessness, I was like a proud dude, big chains, all kinds of stuff. Like I would say putting your money up then was something that I didn't learn.
Right.
So I spent $17,000 like
water.
Yeah, like I was in the club.
Everybody who had money
I was in the club every night.
Everybody who had money know.
Yeah, I was in the club every night. I found some place to go. I would just sit there, drink pops all night because I never drank. So
you had $17,000 while you were homeless?
Yeah, and you couldn't. And that's another thing. I was always like, I can't really tell too many people because I feel like somebody would try to rob me. Then I'm like, I'm gonna either kill you or you gonna kill me. So I'm like,
so when you say you was homeless by choice, you're saying you could have went and got an apartment at
but in my mind, I didn't know to do that because we wasn't taught that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, what did you think was the step to get?
I didn't know
somewhere to stay.
I didn't know then. You got to think I was young, so I didn't know. That's not. You know how your parents say, "I'm trying to teach you for what you're learning in life," and you know how my parents say,
"You thought you had to go buy a house."
Not no rent, no place. I thought I had to buy a house.
Right.
So, but my parents would be like, they saving the money for you. But then my parents didn't teach you about banking.
Did they? Your parents gave you all this money that you had been saving?
I had to take that money from them. I had to take my money.
So they had been saving the money for you, literally, and it had amounted to up to close to $17,000.
Yeah, that's from birthday cards, from. Like the birthday cards will still have the money in it and everything. Like,
hold on, man. Let me give a shout out to your parents real quick, man. I mean, I don't know if this shit is warranted or not. I mean, you know what?
My mama. Shout
bro,
out to
for them to have the discipline and for them to actually be able to save that money from birthday cards, from your work, from everything else that you had actually done, they didn't just talk about it. They be about it.
Right.
At this point, like.
But they didn't teach you about
how to manage
your money, put it in banks.
The day they would have gave it to you, they would have told you what to do. I don't know neither.
Yeah.
But it's a possibility that after they had done such a great job of saving that for, man, you a kid in their mind. You don't need this motherfucker. You don't need this money.
But when you telling them, when you got shoes that actually open up in the front, that's doing this when you walking. And people cracking on you every day. You like, mine need some new shoes.
But for them to be able to save $17,000 for you,
how much is $17,000?
Bro, listen, bro. And listen,
but you got to think, I was young, so
man,
what I know now ain't
that is. SKNO, I look at the man that you are right now, and I look at what your parents did, and had you let them finish their plan, they would have did right by you. And they did do right by you because they gave you it. Like, you took the money, and this is me. Look, I'm kind of on your parents' side just for right now. So this ain't nothing bad that I'm saying. Like, if I'm not going against you, I'm kind of like just
you can take a point from your parents anytime you want to. Also,
bro, that is amazing, and it's even more amazing that your parents have passed away, bro. That was like
a jewel,
earth angel stuff that they was doing, because in your dad and your mom's mind frame is, you a little ass kid, you don't need no money, I'm about to save this shit for you for when you get 18, 19, or whenever you found that 17,000, they could have gave you a lump sum and said, this is your 10% down on a $170,000 house. We're going to buy this house. Now you're going to have this. Your credit going to be good. Your pops, man, didn't have it all right, but he did have at least some of it
Yeah,
right.
and that's why I say
was
I
good,
would
man.
never take away anything that
That
they
he did, yeah.
while I was young. Like if I had to do it all over again, I probably would do the same thing all over again.
And from your well, let me say this too. Your dad was a pastor, okay? And the main thing that they teach in religion is spare the rod, spoil the child.
Mm-hmm.
And he thinking the worse the whooping, possibly the better. And he thinking like, man,
by
this
letter
is
of the
gonna
law,
make my
yeah.
son respect consequence of
And I'm the
bad
oldest
choices.
son, too.
You the oldest choice, like
I'm
like
his
real.
first boy.
He's practicing on you. All
other
the
people
mistakes, man. Your first child gets all of the
Yeah,
mistakes
we felt
of
the first
parenting,
four
man.
got the mistakes, and the last four got we be feeling like they got freedom that we never got.
Right.
They got to do things we didn't get to do.
Yeah, man. But man, really, bro, that is, to me, this is like a benchmark in your legendary story here on the podcast to say, man, I've never heard of a parent do such a great thing, despite some of the things that I heard you say that I'm like I love, so I just feel like, damn, and I didn't like certain things that you said, but that your dad and your mom did is really legendary, man. Shout out to your mom and pops
For sure.
for being able to hold that down, because that's real.
Yeah.
Well,
How'd you find the money?
Well, I knew where the money was all the time. They just had it locked up. What do you mean?
You knew
I
where
told
they
you
was
I had
putting
to plan
Bro,
to get my own money.
Bro, he done stole biscuits, cuz they never stealing no money sitting there, bro. The biscuits in a moving truck, okay? The truck is moved every day.
But man, some parents talk about that shit, man. Like we seen. What's the story about the one big old girl, Precious?
Man, I'm not gonna I'm not getting canceled today.
Well,
I'm not.
anyway, look,
whatever side
We
she
got
was
about-
made at.
We got about 20 minutes.
All right. So, but all right, let me move off of this. But Precious, do you think her mother would have been saving that money for her like that?
So like the inception
All right,
of the core DJ's inception. Where did it start?
Let's go.
So I used to be in this DJ organization called the Technicians. I still have a tattoo on my arm.
Yes, sir.
Technicians.
Oh yeah.
Technicians all day, baby.
I was
That's another
Tony
picture.
Neal, who is the founder of the Core DJs, was also in that organization.
Yeah.
There was a whole lot of drama going on in the Technicians with this one DJ. We won't mention his
Right.
name either. So we were in Puerto Rico. Yeah, we were in Puerto Rico, and Tony decides, hey man, I'm about to get out the Technicians and we about to start our own thing.
Okay.
And, eventually that thing got started maybe 6 months later. I think Big Tigger was like the first person to get put in the Core DJs. There's several people that,
Legendary stuff.
yeah, but then the goal of Tony was to put the DJs that he felt were in smaller markets that wouldn't normally get much shine in the organization.
Right.
And I was in the Technicians with him, and I was like, I'll never join another DJ organization after that. But we talked after that, and I seen what the goal of the Core DJs was. And the name, the Core DJs, is because the core of music is the DJ.
Right.
Ain't no music getting played without no DJ.
Right.
Yeah.
So we are the ones that break the music. We are the ones that play the music. And I know a lot of music is streamed nowadays, but still to this day, you cannot live without a DJ.
Right.
Nowhere. So I think we coming up on the 17th anniversary of the Core DJs now. I think so. Yep. Shout out to Tony Neal, DJ Finesse. DJ Finesse is the president of the Core DJs as well.
Shout out to DJ Finesse.
Yeah, Finesse.
Shout out.
Yeah. But the goal of the Core DJs is to break music in markets that are not necessarily the big markets that they always send the music to.
Right.
Yeah.
So
namely, a
Midwest.
place like Dayton.
Midwest.
yeah, Dayton is a small market compared to Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Yeah, so needless to say, I was responsible for breaking a lot of music here.
Absolutely.
Which is why I got a lot of plaques
Yeah.
Yeah. We got some of your awards here. We got 2007 Best Radio DJ, First Midway DJ and Urban Music Conference. Is that when you started in 2007? When you went to not when you started, but the first Midwest DJ and Urban Music Conference? 2007, because it was 3 years by the time I saw the video.
Let me see.
It was 2007. Got you right there. So I saw the video in 2010 is when I saw it, and then in the video you say this is the 3rd year anniversary.
Oh yeah, okay, so that's an award that I got.
Yeah.
No, I started way before then.
No. I'm talking about that music conference.
So I have been to many music conferences.
Yeah, but
so
I was saying the Midwest. I was talking about the Midwest music conference, like the. Look,
It's
2000. Let me walk you through your own life sometimes. I gotta do this, man. So,
hey man, I done been through a lot of stuff.
SKNO, we have decided to deduct a point from you.
From me?
Yeah. On his own life.
On your own.
But wait, in 2010, right?
Y'all up here Googling and stuff.
No. Wait. Smith. Now let me tell you how good I'm in my research, right? I watched the video of the .com interviewing you. and look, don't Google me, right? You said, okay, this is a 2010 Midwest DJ and Urban Music Conference. It was in Cincinnati.
Yeah,
and in the video you said, this is the
Piece.
3rd year.
DJ Dime Piece. Yeah. DJ Dime Piece used to have that conference in Cincinnati.
Right. So another award you got is the Best Mixtape of 2009 at the Ohio Hip Hop Awards.
Ohio Hip Hop Awards.
Yeah.
And then Best Radio DJ.
Yep. You got that in 2012.
Yeah.
And you also
But I've been nominated.
Hold on, pause it. And I know we on short time. But let me ask
this is the awards.
Man, SKNO, man, how does it feel to be acclaimed like that, bro? Like coming from your house where you told you would never be a DJ.
There you go.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? And then to get so many different accolades, bro.
Even though I've changed my life now into a different direction now, I feel like I haven't accomplished a lot of goals that I wanted to do. Like I haven't won major radio awards like the Marconi Awards, none of that stuff that I see local DJs here or local radio personalities win. I haven't won one of them.
Who won one of those?
Right. Well, several. It's like let's see, Bob Summers, I think.
Are y'all in the same category though?
We work at the same station and stuff.
Does he got the street love you got?
No, but
is he on this podcast today?
It's about radio.
Do we even know who he is?
I never heard of him.
Bob Summers is on U92.
Put on the Baby Love
with Marco, Stan Boston, Letitia Perry. Letitia Perry.
I know Letitia Perry. I know Letitia Perry.
And we know
Theo, he used to do the Quiet Storm.
Oh, okay, I know about the Quiet Storm.
Yeah.
Nobody
so I work with all them people.
Well, and
we
take out Letitia Perry. I'm not saying that about her. Okay,
but queen.
But and this ain't you talking. So this is me.
There you go.
Okay, so you don't have to worry about that. Bro, they can't hold a candle to you, bro.
Talk heavy.
Man, bro.
Wait. Wait.
Hold on, let me say something first, because a lot of people get DJ mixed up with personality. They're two separate things.
A DJ and disc jockey.
Right. So a lot of people think that those are DJs that are on the radio that you hear, and most of them are just personalities.
Yeah.
They're just a voice.
VJ.
Bro,
VJ
nobody.
is a video.
Video.
You DJ SKNO.
Facts.
I hold a bro.
What?
What's up?
What? What? We talking about SKNO.
SKNO in the build. Like I don't. To
every
me,
artist here wanted.
And bro, like, dare I say, the praise coming from me is a little more valuable.
Ooh.
And the reason why I'm saying that is because not because my status symbol or anything. It's just because, man, you know, I remember you when you used to walk Dorian to the bus stop, man. Our 7th grade bus stop on Yale and Broadway.
The same bus stop that Munchie was at.
Yep. So what I'm saying is, to me, when somebody knows you or sees you from when you are really little or when you're younger, and they still see you as a rock star.
Yes.
But hold on,
that means a lot.
Wait. Accept it. No, you gotta accept it.
Even though he would be at the bus stop, hold on.
All right.
From a little kid, he ended up growing up into a man who became an artist, and I eventually started playing his music on 94.5.
See, do that. And like Like it was major, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we had a rap group, Ohio Coalition. Shout out to my brother Pete, Chill B, Flip, Wally B, and Chill, man.
And
you know what I'm saying?
I was in the group called Tune.
Right. And you know what was even more special, man? It was kind of like, man, SKNO had his own group, but he still played our stuff on the radio, bro, which was honestly, man, for real, one of the most amazing feelings of my life. Like,
and I used to play
the excitement from hearing your stuff be broadcast to everybody.
DeVille, Dr. Ease, us,
bro. Tell me about that though, bro. Like,
that was the station I had full reign to do. Our shows were called specialty shows.
Yeah.
So when we came on after a certain hour, it was just mix shows. Wasn't no personalities, just DJs mixing.
Yeah.
Everybody mixed on 1200s. We played records, or we played whatever your music happened to be on. At the time, we had to put y'all's musics on carts.
Cart, okay.
Yeah. So they look like 8 tracks, but they were called carts for radio because we didn't use CDs back then.
Right.
Well, let me take you through the night so you can understand your effect
your
on people,
effect
okay?
on him, your butterfly effect on him.
We're gonna have to make it fast too.
I got you, bro. We're gonna do this. This is gonna be like, man, I'm on a lightning round. So, you know, that night, bro, for whatever reason, we knew that you was gonna play our song at a certain time. We had linked it up. We had sent our music in, and you said you would play it. You know, and we got 5 people in our group, 6. And we all called our family and said, y'all, listen right now. They about to play our song. And our song literally came on, bro. And when it did, it was just like, you made us feel major.
Yes.
And the confidence that you give us from doing something like that, bro, man, that gives you confidence to know that you can, bro. When you do that for people, it goes beyond just the time that record is playing, man. There's definitely a ripple effect to doing that, man. For me to be confident, for me to know that I'm cool, you know. I mean, seriously though, man. Like to know that you cool,
but like even though you've always shown love through the many years, there are a lot of artists that I've done the same thing for that don't show no love.
That's hard. I mean, I cannot fathom that.
Especially in Dayton, Ohio.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah, that's because the more you do, more people expect. And the first time you tell somebody no, it's like you never said yes. That's
a bar.
So now they don't understand, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, had I not had other successes, I might have felt like, well, if SKNO would have kept playing my shit, then I could have did this or I could have did that. But, you know, once people just figure like you are now the key to their success and then you can't be the key to anybody else's success, they start to hate you for it. So man, I'll move off of that. Peanut, what we got?
One more thing. Well, I'll let you.
Well, like, and then hence became like after certain radio, you know, I got into big radio, which is Shade 45.
Yeah.
But I also started doing the mixtapes game became heavy here with the artists here. So a lot of artists would come to me to do their mixtapes, like hosted like the same way like DJ Drama do it. I was like the DJ Drama of the city.
Yeah.
So we had like the 275, the Sherns, the BBMs, the Chaos of Community Service.
Shern, Chaos. Who'd you like to... Oh, you like don't do it. What's the hardest mixtape you ever made?
DBM.
DBM is the DBM is the biggest. Yeah. The biggest, most impacted put out mix CD that I've ever done. The next one are the 275 series. It's 3 of them.
Yeah.
Murder by Numbers 1, 2, and 3, and then some other mixtapes we did off of that. Then there's Shern.
Shern was hard. Man, Shern's was real hard, bro.
For sure.
Yeah, but then I had K. Riley's in Cincinnati. I had several. I've done so many, I don't remember all of them like that.
And you started, so you kind of started, my fault, Peanut. But you started, Peanut. All right.
He like, I want to get this question.
I'm telling you,
go ahead.
It is so legendary,
I'm an idiot, bro. Go ahead.
So we've had Don Raise the Bar on here, and I asked her a specific question. Speaking of Easter eggs, speaking of unlocking this, she don't know who started Raise the Bar. She said, you will be the only person in the world who can say, besides you and Mitch, who started Raise the Bar?
Mo and Mitch. Mo Beats. My brother,
Man,
rest
can
in
we
peace
spend
to
some time
Mo
on
Beats.
Mo
That's
Beats?
what-
Man, shout out to Mo Beats.
That
right, I'm
that was my best friend in life.
Yeah.
I
I got beef with
You
you.
know, that was my brother. So
Go ahead.
it got to be to where I wouldn't do any mix CD if Mo wasn't on the keyboard pushing the buttons.
Yeah.
If Mo wasn't the one that did the final mix or mastering on that mix CD, I wasn't doing it. I wasn't doing it at nobody else's studio. They'd be like, "Well, can't you do it at our studio?" No, you need to come to the lab. Or we was at the lab before Raise the Bar, so the lab we did it there. If they didn't want to do it there, I wasn't doing it. And then you had a lot of artists that be like, "Well, I want you, but I want to have my dude mix it." I'd be like, "If Mo can't mix it, we ain't doing it."
So like you were actually what the best man in the wedding for Don and Mo?
Can I bring it? Can I bring it
So-
back? How you meet Mo Beats? Can we do that?
Yeah, we can do that.
Can we go there?
How'd you meet
How
Mo?
you and Mo Beats
Yeah.
hook up, bro?
So Mo used to stay on Shaftesbury, and Mo had his own studio at the house, and I went to I forgot who I went over there with, but I met
They
him
weren't
in the
legendary
basement.
like this story.
I met him in the basement of his house where his studio was. So, and that was on Shaftesbury, where I think that's his old parents' house.
Yeah.
So I met him with one of the artists that I went over there with, and we were over there for like 4 or 5 hours. And during this process, we just got to talking and became like real cool. Like everything he would talk about, I was like, "Well, for real? Well, this and this and this and this," and then we'd talk about music and everything. Just like I don't.
Glove and hand fit.
Yeah, so it was like after a while, if you see me,
You see
you
Mo.
see Mo. If
Yeah.
you see Mo,
You see
you
me.
see me.
Yeah.
So we became like real best friends outside of music and everything. It was just like we just built that. It was more like a brother thing.
Right.
So,
That is so
And I consider him like he was my brother. Like
Yeah.
Like when we lost Mo, that was like that really hurt me. Like and. To this day, like I'll go visit his grave, his him at the cemetery, and I might have talks or whatever, or like it'd be even times that I'll even pull up old text messages and just look at old text messages that we still. I haven't deleted his number or nothing out of my phone. So,
Hey, can we get a good old Mo Beats story? Mo Beats and
and I got
man.
1,000.
Well,
I got 1,000 pictures of me and Mo.
yeah.
But like, what's one of the finest
What's
memories?
man?
Yeah.
Tell me, like tell
when
me
it come
one
to
time
memories.
that y'all both was
Yeah.
feeling great about something that y'all accomplished together, bro.
Let's do the DBM mix CD.
There you go.
Yeah.
We did the DBM mix CD. We spent days in the studio on that mix CD, and then
Hit your mic, SKNO. Hit that mic.
There you go. There you go. Well,
Mo
he
Beats in the
professional.
building, bro.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Check.
I want to make sure that you
We
say
in
this
there.
clearly.
We back.
So we had just finished we felt like was a good product of the DBM mix CD. Everything was mixed and mastered. Everything sound right. Mo had this MPC, Akai MPC thing that I did my sound effects on and all that.
Yeah.
So me and Mo listened to that mix CD probably 1,000 times. Just in the studio, super loud, turned down, in the car. It might sound different in the car when we leaving the studio, so we go back to the studio, be like, it need this, it need this.
Yeah.
Tweaked up. After the final product, we listened to it, we was like, hey man, this mug is hitting.
Perfect. Yeah.
But then it finally put the stop on when like rest in peace of D-Boy.
R.I.P.
And when they got that CD out on the street, and literally every car seemed like you passed by.
Yes, everybody playing the
was
same
playing
song.
it
That shit was
in the city.
That's a legendary
That
moment. in
was
hip-hop.
like a classic moment to us.
Word.
Like when we pull up to a car and they got their window down, we like, hey man, they playing us. That is, I don't know what kind of feeling. I don't know how to describe that
Yeah.
feeling.
Word, man.
That
So-
feels so good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is, man.
Me and Mo also did a CD together called Veterans Day.
Yep.
Which featured like a lot of local artists from here where they freestyle right over other people's beats just to basically, get buzz in the
Jacket for
street.
beats, for sure.
Yeah.
So, and it was pretty epic too.
So I know we ain't got you all day, man. I know you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're going to have to do a part 2.
That's going to be real cool.
Yeah. So here on the Legend People podcast, we had this thing called the butterfly effect. It was either something you said during the course of the interview, something in the course of the research that I found truly profound and amazing. I mean, just starting out, man, like looking at your life story of where you started. Like you literally were scratching your dad's gospel records to now, you know what I'm saying, you have, you know what I'm saying, you doing the Power and Praise Gospel. You know what I mean?
The Power and Praise Gospel Big Show.
So like for the fact that you started out doing that and you ended there shows that you still on that same path.
Well, like I grew up in the church.
Wait. I got you. So like you literally went from starting in the gospel, ending in the gospel. You taking that stance of saying, you know what, music to me right now is poisonous to my people to the point where you retired at 36 years.
Man.
I think that shows so much courage within yourself because a lot of us older people, like myself, we don't really listen to music inside the car. I'm listening to podcasts. I'm listening to affirmations. I'm doing so much things different that I think that you serve a bigger purpose for the aging of hip hop. You are showing how to mature into what we should be focusing on because we shouldn't be still focusing on why did this rapper go to jail and why does that and the third happen when my life is not even happening no more.
All that stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
And then what I want to tell you today is what I found that was such a takeaway today was your admiration for DJ Jelly. What you say about him is identical to the way I feel about you. I remember back when I was in college at Sinclair Community College, and I see you in the student union hall down there, and I was just so, hey, wait. So I'm down there, and I promise you, I'm just so in awe of you. It took me probably 3 weeks to come say hi. I seen you every day, but I had that much admiration for who you are, and I want to say, you come on this platform, is that what Smith like to say is, you validate our platform of legendary status. We cannot have legendary people podcast without legendary people. I want to say right here, you are unequivocally a legendary Hall of Fame status, man. We appreciate you, man, so much, man.
I respect that. But it's a lot of stuff I want to do that I haven't done. I'm doing the Power and Praise Gospel Mix Show now. Mm-hmm. I'm in the church now. I'm saved, so you know I got DJs artists to this day that call me up like, man, you can't do my mixtape. No, because I'm not trying to put what you talking about out there. I feel like I had the power I had then. I put out a lot of stuff that should never have gone out there. Like, I mean, you talking about crazy stuff and just because I put it out there, it got big. And I mean, and it wasn't the right stuff either. Like some stuff was destroying our females, whether it be drugs, killing somebody, or boasting about killing somebody that you never even killed, or doing whatever. Either way, it was negativity. So, like, I still listen to some old school hip hop, and I play old school hip hop. But this new stuff that's out now,
evil.
Let's speak on that because I like to say that, like the music affect people. How you a DJ, and you know about music and sounds and vibrations and all that. How you feel about?
I mean, I like some of the beats, but the words are like
evil.
Yeah, how everybody talk about the same thing: how to do a drug, how to make a drug, how to kill somebody, females talk about how to get in a dude's pockets, how to rob them, how to take their money, how to basically be a kid and just live life off of his money. But they so-called
that's
they so-called don't need you, but they want your money, and it's just craziness to me.
Like that's affecting us as people?
It affects our young people a lot. It's a lot of these young people. They live their life off of what they see.
It completely influences.
They don't know that the same person that could be saying, "Take this money from such and such," is married to such and such, and ain't taking no money from nothing. Or they got kids, and a whole family, and all this stuff, but they telling you it's a whole lot of them doing that.
Hold on, let me. Why? Here we go. Why at least have a right mind to speak, man?
Give me your observation. Sponsored by
Dash Resources.
Oh,
man, let's go. So, man, SKNO, sacrifice, King. What I heard you just now say was all about sacrifice, bro.
Yes.
And that's what the Most High wants, man.
Yes.
Like the sacrifice of something that you could possibly need for yourself only to give to him. And like you took your main thing that you was doing, right? And sacrificed it just for humanity.
Yes.
Yeah, I could be in the clubs right now, spending at the biggest clubs or whatever, still
And
playing
you could be
Poison, though.
doing that. You could be taking money from rapper drug dealers,
Yeah.
/ drug dealers, putting out their stuff, and then giving all of your sources of outlet to that music. But you
Yes.
feel it's poisoning your people.
Yep.
So you sacrifice the money that you could possibly make from
Yes,
that, right?
Absolutely.
And say, no, I'm not going to take it.
Mhm.
And that in itself is honorable. Like, bro,
Yes.
that's genius, bro.
Yes.
And I mean, I don't know, bro. You know, like karma is one thing, but something else is virtue, man.
Yeah.
Virtue to me is it's like credit that you get from the Most High, right? Like, you know what I mean? So for later on, you can come to the Most High when you got some type of situation going on and use your virtue as a credit card that the Most High got for you.
Mhm.
That's your stored credit or your stored savings. Just like your pops did for you. Man, you got more than 17,000 with the Most High
Yep.
Right.
right now at this point, man. So I just my observation about you, bro, is like, bro, you've been through a lot.
Mhm.
You know, man,
Absolutely.
you've been through a lot of battling. You your parents were strict, but man, they strict for a good reason, man. And shit, we trying to parent kids, but we really don't know, man. We just kind of going off of things that we learn and
Ain't no
using.
script for being no father, man.
Using it's not, man. It's not. You know what I'm saying, man? And praise be to the Most High, man, that everything that your dad got in you is like medicine, man. You feel me? It tastes a little nasty going down, but it makes you better. And
Hey,
some
and
of that medicine, man, it works beyond. Hold on for a second.
Man, this man got 6 phones ringing right now.
Before I go, I want to make sure I shout out Raise the Bar.
Raise the Bar.
And shout out to Don because
Shout out to Don,
she is
man.
definitely keeping the Raise the Bar movement
Definitely is,
going.
bro.
Like it is still going. The studio off of Benchwood is still going full. You need to go out there and check it out. Raise the Bar. Me, Mo, Mitch, Don, some of her kids. We built that studio from scratch.
Absolutely.
Like
I've been out there and I recorded a song for a video out there.
yeah, we built that studio.
Oh,
from
also,
scratch.
you guys, well, your studio and you were featured in the same documentary that you were featured in. What's the name of that documentary?
With Sylvester?
Yep.
Unseen, Unheard.
Unseen, Unheard.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
shout out to Sylvester
Sylvester.
Darnell, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and my boy DeMarco, they out there doing their show together in
What's
Atlanta.
the Marco show called again?
Bars and Beyond.
Bars and Beyond, man.
Give me all
Shout
the
out
points
to
in the
my bro.
room.
No, you can't take mine.
All right.
Yeah, SKNO is the one giving the shit.
But I am gonna have to. We're gonna have to do a part 2 because I'm on a time crunch.
So
right
one
now.
legendary quote by the man DJ
Yeah,
SKNO
come
is,
on, give it to me,
I
Peanut.
want DJ our party just the right one, and you did the pavilion, which was after you retired. You still did the pavilion. What was the reason why you did that?
The reggae festival.
Yeah.
I love reggae music.
Hey, there we go.
Like I said, I still do reggae music. I still do old school music. I do my soca music. I do my Caribbean music. I do my gospel music.
There we
of
go.
course.
So what is next for the great DJ
There we
SKNO,
go.
man?
What we got, bro?
I mean, I'm living married life. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do as a married man. I also do stage hands. Like this week, we got to go break down the Hamilton Broadway play that's at the Schuster Center.
Oh, wow.
So it took 3 days to set that up. We got to break it down, and it's going to take us about 14, 15 hours to break it down.
There we go.
So I've been doing that for several years off and on. So
For sure.
I do a lot of stuff outside of here. Plus, I design flyers and stuff, so that's stay paying attention graphics. I do my podcast Mondays, 12 noon Eastern time. It's the Power and Praise Gospel Mix Show. The Slow Jams, Thunderstorm Slow Jams Mix Show will be starting back up. A date we will announce later on. It just depends on my schedule being full. So I haven't been
Lord
able to
knows,
do
because we
that.
don't do Saturday podcast, but we rolled the red
Yeah,
carpet
we
out
did.
for you.
Hey, man, what's up with them Bengals, bro? What they got?
Hey!
This is your opportunity, man.
Hey, there you go, Santa.
But you guys can lift them up a little higher, higher. Hey, Bengals. Oh, he got the black on black. Let me see them socks. Higher. There you go. Oh, hold on, SKNO. Let me pull it up.
We are not playing.
Oh,
Yeah.
turn to the side.
There you go.
Let me see.
For the guys who can't see it, he has on Bengal socks, a crazy Bengal letterman with the
water bottle,
black
Peanut.
Bengals hat.
Look, that water bottle right there.
Well, hold on. The black on black shirt.
Black on black. Yeah, you came in here killing them with that black on black, bro.
Heard you, bro. You deserve this moment.
This is the Bengals year.
Yeah.
This is the Bengals
There we go.
year.
Yeah.
Everybody want to call us the Bungles and they want to call us the underdog.
Talk.
This
Talk.
year,
Yeah,
I'm telling y'all.
yeah,
On that Sunday,
yeah.
I don't want to hear nothing talk about the game was rigged and all that stuff.
And I want to give one consolation prize to if the Bengals lose. I'm not saying that they will.
No.
Wait. The head coach is from Dayton, Ohio, from the Rams.
Yeah.
We win no matter
Okay,
what.
but we ain't talking about losing. We talking about winning.
Hey, where you watching the game at, bro?
My house.
You gonna watch at the crib?
Yeah.
So let me ask you: when you watching the Bengals, man, you
I
got
know
any
that.
superstitions?
All kinds
You
of
got
stuff.
any superstitions that you won't do because you
I
feel
don't
like
believe in superstitions.
Oh, okay.
you don't believe in superstition?
All right.
So you do anything? You do anything? throughout the game?
Hey, yo, take me
I'm
to
just
dinner.
saying, like, man, when I'm watching the Lakers play and we
he
win
left that
champions, and when LeBron play and he wins championships, it's certain things that I do during the game. There's certain things
Oh
that I
no!
will
The only
not
thing
do.
that I do is lay out this Bengal. Like I got a Bengal.
Now we talking.
Most times I'm in Bengal gear.
Yeah, there you go.
I pull out my Bengal helmet. I
Right.
set it right there. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me show you my.
Yes,
We're gonna do
sir.
that. We're gonna do that off the podcast, man. So listen,
Right.
man, you gonna pay some bills real quick?
Yeah, hey, Sheikhs for breakfast, Agnes our natural grill for lunch. If you ever get injured, call attorney Michael Wright. If you want to get lit a little bit, get you some Kiara Wine. Antoine Cunningham on Facebook and theshoparea.com. Delivery is always free from the store to your door in 4 business days. We are T-Shirt Kings 247.com. T-Shirt Kings,
Oh, that's
go for your
hard.
mouth, go for your
scroll up. That's what I
mouth.com,
do.
camerakings.com, and
Dash resource. Get you some Captain clothing, baby. Cop the
Yes,
shirt,
sir.
cop some merch, man. The most.
hey man,
Listen,
we
you
love
making money
everybody.
wearing
You
the
guys,
shirt.
we got the bartenders from 937 coming on Monday.
I love them.
Man, Tuesday I got somebody else coming on.
And then Wednesday, somebody else coming on.
And Wednesday we got somebody else, man. So you guys, man, make sure that you guys like, subscribe, ring the bell notification, man. B-Nut, Kev
Oh.
is in the building. What you got for me?
Her
you on
event.
camera. You on camera.
Her event, February 12th. Please make sure you guys come out, man. It's me and other two kings, man. Check my page for the new picture we just posted today. I killed the white couch. Y'all gotta
Yes,
see,
sir.
man. Sell Stock's Not Dope every Sunday, 8:00 p.m., man.
Tomorrow
Cop the
at 8,
shirt.
bro. You on?
I'm on here. What you mean?
Bro, did you Facebook? Oh my God, Facebook lost 25% of its money.
And guess what? And wait. And guess what? Buy the dip.
Man, buy the
Cop
dip,
the
but
shirt,
not yet.
cop
I
the
did
merch.
see something that say don't buy Facebook just yet, man. Let it go ahead and dip for real, and then you can come in and get it good. SKNO, win the podcast, bro. Win yours.
Mondays, 12 noon Eastern time on
See that?
Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook.
All right, how can we find it, bro?
Ooh,
Link in the description. Send me the link. I'll put it in the description.
All right, and you can check out my website, www.imdjskno.com. Also on Twitter and Instagram, IamDJSKNO. Also on Facebook, IamDJSKNO. On all social media networks, IamDJSKNO.
There we go, man.
Going live tonight.
I'm thinking about going live tonight.
Yeah,
Hey,
SKNO, go live, SKNO.
that'd be hard.
Go
That'd
live
be hard.
tonight. Have some fun,
Yeah.
man. You know what I'm
And
saying?
please-
You know,
Tell
I
them to come
gotta see what the wife got planned and get some
there we
videos
go.
too. You know,
That's fair.
yeah.
All right, y'all, man. We love everybody, man. We will see you guys Monday,
Cop some
man.
shirts,
Cop some merch. Hold on, Peanut. What you
Man,
say?
capitalist
What you
clothing,
say,
man.
bro? What
Being
you say?
capitalist, not a victim, baby.
Yes,
Listen,
sir.
man. Cop some shirt, cop some merch, man. Legendary people, legendary stories.
Man, this was SKNO got out of hip hop for.
Hey, let me get a picture real quick.
All right, man. We out here, man. We take pictures every